are
That's
good.
great.
Yeah,
That's great.
Okay, yeah. So we are live now. I gotta just fix my camera real quick. There we go. Zoom in a bit. Take off the autofocus. All right. So we've got a tournament going on here. We got a big group of people in the chat here. PE Tourney. So if you're already on Patreon, then you already know the code. You could have already joined. Now, we're gonna race a couple of them. Then I'll put the code in the title for everyone else. So if you guys want to join in, you guys can definitely join in. We have a host of people here. So if you want to just all introduce yourselves, that'd be great. Who wants to go first?
I'm AK Deviator. I may make it through the whole stream. I may not.
Oh, don't say that.
But I'm from the UK. Hi everyone.
Don't say that. I don't like when you say that. That's not funny.
Sorry.
It's not funny. No, I'm joking. And we have Natasha joining us as well. So, hey, how's it going, Natasha? She's in the chat, but she's also going to be playing as well. So, we got Sweeney in here. I think he's in voice chat too, right, Sweeney?
What's up?
How's it going, man?
So I gotta go to. Pretty good.
Oh no, he won last week, didn't he?
Yeah, we got the reigning Mario Kart champ in the house.
I gotta represent.
Gotta represent.
Just like how New England starts off their reigning championship tomorrow, I gotta keep my championships going.
You're a big Patriots fan, huh?
Oh, I was a huge Patriots fan.
Oh, I see. That's how you won. You cheated. I get it. So I see it kind of carries over to Mario Kart too, huh?
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm joking. Kind of.
Don't worry. I went to school in New Jersey, so I got a lot of crap from New York Giants and Jets fans, so I got thick skin.
The thing about it is that especially if you went there like from the Giants fans, like you kind of have to be quiet a little. I mean, you can talk back, but you can't because the Giants have kind of beat you guys twice in playoffs. I mean,
I can't the only thing I can do is respect Giants fans, but Jets fans I can give all the crap to them.
Oh my God, Jets fans don't need to talk at all. You know, they don't need to talk at all. Jets fans,
wow,
they just need to be quiet because that.
Probably one of my proudest moment as a Pats fan in New Jersey. So I have a T-shirt. It looks like the New York Jets logo, but instead of saying New York Jets, it says butt fumble.
Oh.
And I went to like a deli. I go every Sunday before a football game to get a sandwich, and the guys there wear like the hats of their favorite sports team.
Yeah.
So I'm next, and the next guy to open up is the guy with the New York Jets hat on. He looks at my face, looks down my shirt, and then walks to the back of it as if he has something else to do, and completely ignores me. And I'm like, I'll take that as a win.
The thing about that, there's nothing that you can say. The dude literally brought from him. Like Mark Sanchez. I mean, for those who don't know, and people watching the chat, there's this guy, which I'm not proud to admit, but he's from my area. At least it's California, But I mean, no, he was a great quarterback here. I mean, everyone knew about Mark Sanchez, here. So in California, he was like legendary. He went to Mission Viejo. That's a legendary high school. A lot of great pros have came from that school. And he was one of them. He went to USC. He went to USC. Great pro. I mean, well, great in college. And everything. But
his first 2 years were in pros are pretty good.
His first, but then after that, man, like he butt fumbled. So basically, what happened for those who don't know? So he was playing American football. We're talking about American football here, and he runs into the back of his own big lineman, and he literally fumbles the ball. He falls right down on his back, right on his butt, and fumbles the ball. And the other team picks it up and runs it for a touchdown. So literally, he helped his team lose the game by fumbling with his own butt. So they call it the butt fumble, and he's never really recovered from that. he's never recovered from that.
Hey, butt fumble.
Yeah, just call him the butt. He's just called the butt fumble. So that's just kind of how people just kind of address him right now. So what's up to everyone here?
You've just had a new subscriber.
I did. I'll definitely get to that in just a bit. Thank you.
And it looks like we have another person here in the chat, in the voice chat too. Ataki teacher, is it?
Ataki, what's up, man?
Yeah, I just linger in there for a second.
he was creeping. He was creeping. It's all good.
Hi, Taki.
with Sanchez, is it like all in his head? Do you think? Like, is it just psychological now?
I think there's some things that are psychological, and I think the butt fumble and just the way that people, the negativity and like the response, because he's not from that area. You know what I'm saying? He's from across the country. Like the negativity basically got to him. You know, he was horrible for the Jets after a while, obviously, and then they got rid of him. But I mean, if he would have played, like let's say he played for the Niners and something like that happened, I don't think it would have been anywhere near as bad for him. You know, because of the area where he's at. But unfortunately,
that's too bad. That does sound awful.
When you
You talking about Matt Sanchez?
Mark Sanchez, yeah.
Yeah, man, dude, I liked him. I hated the fact that Pete Carroll hung him out to dry and said he wasn't ready for the pros when he left. But
well, because Pete Carroll was mad that he left.
I know Pete Carroll's a jerk. So.
There's Natasha right there.
But maybe he wasn't ready for the pros. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he should have stayed. But you know what? The thing about it is that USC, they always turn out these quarterbacks, and sometimes they turn out okay, and a lot of the times they don't turn out okay. You know, with these quarterbacks from USC. Yo, shout outs! We got a donation. In just a second, I'll get to that. Oh god.
Looks like I'm running neck and neck with Natasha. Oh, I was running neck and neck, but she kind of blasted me to the back. And now I'm tagged. And now I'm trailing OJ. It looks like
the best quarterback that we've had from USC is like recently was like Carson Palmer, and that was a while ago.
Yeah.
And that was a while ago, and he still didn't win a Super Bowl yet. So I mean, it's been a little rough for the USC quarterbacks here. I mean, I grew up a big USC fan, so.
I mean, the most recent Boston College quarterback kind of choked too. So.
Yeah. Matt Ryan, yeah. Although he's, I mean, I would probably say he's better than most of the USC quarterbacks. I mean, I don't know if he's better than, like, overall better than Carson Palmer at this point, but, I mean, I would say he's either better than him or, like, you know, I would say they're pretty even, you know, as far as, you know, how good they are. Matt Ryan has got to Super Bowl. Carson Palmer has not, though, so that's the only thing. I don't think Carson Palmer's never won an MVP either. Matt Ryan has, so. Yeah, I don't know. Most people would probably say Matt Ryan's better. But,
I guess Matt Ryan had to deal with, on
that's true, but he was actually, the funny thing is that they were actually good when he was there. when they were actually good.
All my coworkers went to Virginia Tech, and he was at the game where Matt Ryan had to come back and win against Virginia Tech. And he was like, I loathed that day because they were like drinking like the entire game, of course.
Of course.
And by like halfway through the fourth quarter, they were so ready just to like rush the field. And then Matt Ryan gets like 2 touchdowns for the last 2 drives to win the game.
Is Matt Ryan's the anti-drunken fisticuffs or something like that? It
Stops you from doing crazy things.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. Hey, if you guys want...
Good on you, Matt Ryan.
Hey.
Well, the best I can say about me finishing 9th is that it could have been a lot worse. Much worse.
Oh, have any of you guys seen Bleacher Report? They come out like Gridiron Heights videos all last season.
What about it?
So basically, like after every week during the football season, they come out with like a 1-minute video about like just recent events that happened, and they just released the preseason week 1 video today, and it's absolutely hysterical. They make fun of the Falcons hardcore in it. It's great.
Let me get to okay, hold up. Let me get to some subscriptions here. So shout outs to Jamimi1 on Twitch for the follow. Also Oporojo. Jimmy, it's Jemie. So it's Jamimi.
Okay.
So shout outs to Jamimi Oporo1 for the follows on Twitch. Also Unknown Stuntman, also for the subscription. You guys all welcome to the village. And shout outs to Master Aqua, who's already a Patreon, who donated $20. And he said, "Is this enough to be a mod?" JK, thanks for all the positive videos. And fun PE nights.
To Aqua.
And he says, thanks for all the fun videos and PE nights. I'll be here when you reach 30K, 50K, and 100K. So, Aquamaster, yes, that is enough to be a mod, and you will be. That's absolutely.
All it takes, you know.
That's
I'm gonna talk to see this is.
That's absolutely enough to be a mod, but I mean, I thought you were joking when you said that you wanted to be a mod before, so that's why I didn't make you a mod. I know you were talking about like, hey, I want to be a mod. I honestly thought that you were joking because you always like to joke around so much. So. Okay. That. Oh yes, I agree. Definitely, I will definitely make you a mod. I honestly thought like the last time you were talking about, I thought you were joking, so that's why I was just like, okay, he's obviously joking. Like he doesn't want, I don't know if he wants to be a mod, you know. I'll definitely make you a mod right after this race.
Does anybody find it unusual that this particular race course has 7 laps instead of the traditional 3?
No,
because it's so short.
It's so short.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's not particular at all. It's actually welcomed in this course, you know. Very much
Yeah,
welcomed.
because a lot of the other courses can be quite hard. Although, in my honest opinion, the hardest course in this game is the Rainbow World one. I like the N64 Rainbow World one better.
Yo, let me get that first place though.
Yeah, it'll be awesome if you do it for a change. Hey, at least you won't be finishing. Oh no, I finished 8.
Not too bad.
John's just gonna keep finishing 1 ahead of me every time.
Look, I'm not doing this out of being competitive or anything. I'm doing it because I just like playing with you guys. I don't care if I win or if I lose.
Oh, see, here's the deal. I care if I win or lose, but I know I'm gonna lose no matter what.
One thing, guys, and people in the chat actually know this is open to everyone at this point. The Patreon members, they get into the races first, and I do a couple races with them, and then after that, I put the code in the chat. So right now, if you refresh your stream, you should see the code, or not. I put the code in the title of the video. So if you refresh your stream, you should see the code, and you guys can, everyone can join in at this point because we still have open slots. I should have made that more clear. Sorry about that. But yeah, you guys can all join in now. The code is in the title of the video. So if you don't see it, just refresh your stream. It should be right there in the title of the video. Go ahead and join in. We've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 open slots. So go ahead and come on in, guys.
Yeah, because we're special people.
You pods can have other spots now.
What do you think the chances are getting review copies for Fire Emblem Warriors and Mario Odyssey?
Hi.
Okay.
Fire Emblem Warriors, yes. Mario Odyssey, not as much. But Fire Emblem Warriors, it's very high that I get Fire Emblem Warriors based on my channel.
I'm only hoping that they fix the. I'm only hoping to fix the frame rate problems, though.
Oh, you didn't hear the news?
Oh no! Oh wait! That's right. I forgot about that. Oh right. Oh, how could I be so stupid? Of course,
relax.
I remember the.
Well,
Relax. Yeah, no, you don't gotta call yourself stupid. But yeah, the news is that they have a 60 frames per second mode. So
That's great.
Yeah,
because when I played it back in World Store, the frame rate kind of looked a little shaky. But I'm glad they fixed it.
It's not. The game wasn't finished, and it was an old demo build. So that's the reason why. I mean,
that makes sense.
that happens
But
in a lot of
even-
games. You know.
I never got to my son
I also want to say that you guys will not be disappointed with Mario Odyssey. The little bit that I played of it, it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome.
All I had to do was see the trailer. I was like, okay, I'm good. You know, that's all I had. I already knew the game was going to be dope. As soon as I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, this is going to be awesome because the trailer was amazing.
Well, to me, I feel like that Super Mario Odyssey is everything that Super Mario 64 was, and it's also...
Didn't we just play this course, though? Sorry to cut you
Yeah,
off,
we
John.
did.
Yeah, we did. We've been playing this course on who knows how many times.
You already played it.
I'm not sure, but did they show a ghost world?
Ghost
Oh no, I'm being bumped back to last.
Yeah, it was the like where you first meet Cappy. It's like the Capler world.
Oh, okay.
Well, the world that I played was the desert one. I forget exactly what it was, but it was really, really cool. And I played it with the 2 different Joy-Cons. And I gotta say that it felt very, very natural and very real and not at all forced or awkward like any,
Well, you never gotta ask. I don't know if you guys have the same kind of world like
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, this game, in my opinion, makes Super Mario 3D World look like, well, just a recycling of Super Mario 3D Land for 3DS, which is basically
What? I highly disagree with that.
But it was a good game, no doubt. It was really wonderful, but it was a good game, absolutely.
A recycling? I wouldn't call it a recycling. I played.
Blasphemy.
Okay, maybe an expansion of it.
No, I mean, it uses the same theme. So, I mean, if you want to say that as far as, like, the gameplay style, I mean, but as far as the game itself, it goes well above what Super Mario 3D or 3D Land did.
Oh, no, absolutely. I agree with that. It's definitely a good game. It's just that this one, Odyssey, just feels so much more like the, it just feels so much more like what you would be on the N64. It feels very much like the N64.
I do agree that Odyssey obviously looks more ambitious and bigger and all that good stuff. You know, I agree there, but I just don't agree that it's like Super Mario 3D World is a recycling or bad. Because the one thing that I can say, because I know everyone here probably, not everyone here has kids, but the one thing about Super Mario 3D World is that if you do, it's like I said, I put like 400 hours into that game because of my daughter, and that's something that you probably can't do on Super Mario Odyssey. You know what I'm saying? So that shared experience, to me, makes Super Mario 3D World, even though there's no online play, it would have been better if there's online. But having that local experience with my daughter is really cool.
That was a poor choice of words on my part. I did not mean to come across as disparaging of 3D Mario World in any way.
No, it's your opinion. It's your opinion. It's your opinion.
Well, and I mean no disrespect. It's a good game, a lot of fun. Absolutely, the 4-player mode is great. It's just that this one, I just really love it when they go all out and they're ambitious.
Yeah, this was definitely.
If people like to call Mario a rehash, at least you change up the game every single time. It's not exactly the same thing.
Yeah, the only. Agreed. Like the only, I mean, I think for as far as main Mario's go on the consoles, like the only time that we saw that, you know, was really Super Mario 3D World was the only time where they actually took a theme that they've used before for a main 3D Mario game and kind of like reused it or had the same thing. That was the only time, but it was.
And built a little bit on it too, because there was a lot of really great stage work in that game.
My daughter really likes pizza. She's dual-wielding pizza right now, and she already ate like 4 slices like earlier.
Yeah, that's quite a lot.
She
For me, I can only have about 2 at most.
She devours it, but I mean, she takes off all the cheese and pepperoni, so it's just bread and sauce. Yeah, it's just bread and sauce. It's not. She can't eat all the cheese because she's lactose, just like me. So. I mean, she could eat it, but then things are gonna end up bad for her.
I can only afford to have only 2 slices of pizza at most, and even then, I hardly ever have it regularly. I only have it on once in a while.
We really like pizza in this house, but we all none of us eat cheese, or I mean, and none of us eat meat. You know, so we take off all the we take off all the pepperonis and the cheese and just eat the bread and the sauce. Yeah, but it's more expensive, so we just do it ourselves. If you order it like that, yeah, if you order like a vegan style pizza, it's actually like ridiculously expensive from like at pizza or like Little Caesars. It's like I ordered one vegan pizza, and it was like $15-16 for that one vegan pizza. I was like, okay, wow, I'm done. I'll just make my own vegan pizza. I'll make my own vegan pizza if I want to, you know what I'm saying? Because all they do, like their dough is already vegan, so all they do is just, you know, they just don't put the cheese on there, you know, and then they just put whatever toppings you want as far as veggies go. So.
When I was at the Disneyland Resort not too long ago, this past August, I actually went to a little pizzeria where I actually saw them pressing the pizza, and it looked so cool the way they did that. I had no idea that was how they did it, but it was so amazing.
I went to one when I was in, where was I? I think I was visiting Los Angeles, UCLA, and they had there was a pizzeria there that did the whole, where they like throw it in the air, you know what I'm saying? Like the guy like throws it in the air and like turns it and all that, and he's like spinning it like a basketball or whatever. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot of chefs really do have their own style of how they make food.
Yeah.
Heck, one of my family members actually used to work in a pizzeria.
Nice. Dude, Tasha, you're doing pretty good for just getting the game. I think Tasha's I think she's bamboozled us. I'm pretty sure we've been bamboozled by Natasha.
Not
I'm
me.
living
I've
up
been
to
trying to
everything
make
I
sure
said.
that I stay on track with you guys.
And she says that's no way to treat a lady. She's just trying to get us. She's trying to butter us up. She's trying to butter us up, and then so we take our guard down. Then she's gonna Black Widow us. She's gonna choke us out, man, and just beat us because she was posting on Twitter. She was posting on Twitter that she was winning races online. She was winning races online.
Wow.
If she's
That's way
really
better
that
than I
competitive,
can.
I'm really impressed.
Because I can't win Jack.
The only way that I'm able to win any races at all in Mario Kart is when I'm playing the single mode, the 150cc or something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't win in 150. I can win in 100, but not 150.
Oh man, we got a full crew here.
I'll say
Max
it definitely intensified from the few minutes. It definitely increased from the first time I started joining you guys.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, go!
What's up, Ro? Ro, is he in the house? What's up, Ro?
Yeah.
Oh, I love this stage. This stage is pretty fun.
Take a shot. That didn't hit anyone.
Thanks for the boost, by the way.
No problem. I was better than getting hit with whatever you had.
Oh, no, I'm hitting things.
That's not good.
I just read the physical version of One Piece, the
Oh, nice.
Did you know?
I did too. Yeah, that's cool.
How much was it?
That's not
40,
bad.
44?
Yeah, for a port, it definitely is a pretty good buy. I mean, I'm not sure when it's coming out to the United States. When is it coming out in the US again?
September 29th.
Oh, September 29th. And to think that there was a period where it was just first-party titles coming out. They really are bringing out a few new titles. That's great to see.
Well, it's
Of course, it
a
helps,
4.
of course, it helps that the Switch is being a hit in the first place.
Where are we at here? Is it on third?
No, brag.
Yeah, Tokyo Game Show is coming up pretty soon. Yeah, 21st, I think?
The 23rd. Wow. I'd advise keeping your expectations very low, though, because I'm not really sure what we'll see at the show. It could very well turn out.
I think I wouldn't say keep your expectations low. We know Project Octopath is going to be there. My expectations are actually pretty high.
Oh yeah, that game will absolutely be well worth watching. I always thought that game looked really amazing from when I saw the trailer. I can't wait to find out more about it. It'll be just like playing Final Fantasy VI all over again.
Oh yeah,
I love
absolutely.
that game.
They are definitely
It's
one of
fun. Yeah,
it has a Final Fantasy VI feel to it. Yeah, you're right about that.
Oh, Final Fantasy is my favorite game of all time. It's probably the best game I've ever played. The music is beautiful, the soundtrack is amazing, and Kefka is one of the most despicable villains ever, and the whole game is just amazing. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Very-
Talking about Earth Final Fantasy made it come solid,
Well, hey, we got Bravely Default and we've got Project Octopath, baby.
Hey, I
to be
beat somebody.
And to be fair, the guys who were working on Final Fantasy 15 are actually working on something for Switch. Whatever that is, we'll have to find out.
Well, how they backtracked, it just makes it to the point now where I'm just like, I'm almost at like, okay, screw Tabata. Not that I don't think that he's working on something, but I'm almost like, okay, just go work on PS4 and Xbox One. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go work on PS4 and Xbox One. It's obvious, you know, like I said, I don't like. Not that I don't like what he said, but I just, like, look.
You don't like lazy developers.
I just don't like the fact that if you're just going to tease something, then tease something and stick to it. I know Square Enix told him to, hey, backtrack, because that's what Square Enix always does. The developers have free reign sometimes to just say stuff, and then they say something too much, and then Square Enix says, no, backtrack. Like when they said, oh, we're considering, you know, Dragon Quest XI for the Switch. Dude, no you're not. You already announced it. You said, oh yeah, Dragon Quest is coming to the Switch, and then when every single website started reporting on it, oh, we're considering it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, with Tabata, it's just like, dude, it's okay. We know what you said. and now you're trying to talk about your testing engines. Like, oh, we tested Unreal Engine 4. It worked well. Like, no crap, it worked. No crap, it worked well, dude. Like, come on. Your development studio has already been using Unreal Engine 4. We know this. Dragon Quest is Unreal Engine 4. We know this. I Am Setsuna is Unity. We know Unreal Engine 4 and Unity worked well on the Switch. Like, shut up. Like you really got. Like, we know those things.
Well, regardless of what anybody says, I still am very curious about what this will come down to. If people are like, whatever, fine. But I'm curious either way.
I'll get to the subscriptions in just a bit. Sorry about that, guys. I should have got to it in the last one. But yeah, I mean, I think obviously I think we'll see Final Fantasy 15. But a lot of people don't. But I think we'll see it. It's just a matter of what it like. You know.
The question is which version will it be? The Pocket Edition? God forbid.
It's not going to be the Pocket Edition.
Oh, thank goodness. A lot of people will be really furious if it turns out to be that version.
I mean, I don't know if will the Pocket Edition even sell? I'm not sure if people even want to play the Pocket Edition like on mobile, but maybe it will. There's like 10 different. Because the Switch is a hybrid console. It's not a mobile phone. You know what I'm saying?
They will have to tone down some. They will have to tone down some graphical effects, though.
I mean, there are going to be some kind of whatever until the Switch sells out. It's just starting to feel like PS4 numbers. That's how the PS4 numbers.
Well, we're starting to see.
True. I mean, that's just how it is. Even the SNES, like it or not, it had its share of shovelware titles too.
I don't even know why this is even a point of discussion. Every popular console has shovelware, like a lot of shovelware. I mean, the PS2 has so much shovelware. It's ridiculous how much shovelware. Yes.
Wow.
Oh my God. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
I didn't realize that at all.
The PS2 has a ridiculous amount of shovelware. Ridiculous.
How could I be so naive when I said that?
Games
Yeah, the reason why people are naive on it is the PS2 has a ton of great games, which is what people should be focusing on, not shovelware. You know.
Whereas the Wii had a lot of shovelware and very few titles were noticed. I mean, there were great games on Wii, but few people took notice of them.
I don't know. So the Wii sold a lot of. We sold 900,000 or 900 million units of software across the board when it comes to digital and physical sales. So I think a lot of people, and about 300 million of those were Nintendo first party. So that was 600 million pieces of third party software sold. So people noticed it. I mean, just people don't like to acknowledge it because it didn't sell. Like Call of Duty didn't sell 10 million copies, but Call of Duty still sold. 2 million, on the Wii. So I wouldn't say that, oh, go ahead.
I think two of my favorite titles on the Switch. I mean the Wii were two games that were not even first-party titles at all. But one of them was Fragile Dreams. I loved that game for its beautiful, haunting atmosphere and its music. The game was a little bit shaky, but I loved the game for its atmosphere.
Real quick, I'm going to give some shout-outs here. So what's up to is it Weasley Did It? I don't know how to say that name. What's up, dude? He's in the chat. Thanks for coming to the stream. Also, shout-outs to Roman Tate and Aaron DeCostino for the subscriptions as well. Everyone, please make him feel welcome and get them some Mario Kart headbands for me. Welcome to the village, homies. And also, all the people beforehand, Rappy Deadman, Unknown Stuntman, Oporo, and Jamimi, all of you guys, too. Also, get some headbands for them as well. Some late headbands on my end. Sorry about that. But, yeah, welcome to the village, guys. Please, everyone, enjoy. And my daughter is throwing food items into my room. Hey.
Oh, that definitely is not good. She shouldn't be doing that.
OJ, what do you reckon? Because we've obviously got some unannounced games coming this year, probably in a direct or something.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised if you hear a little bit more.
Do you know what? I'm expecting the Resident Evil Gold Edition to come to the Switch.
Yeah, I definitely am expecting Resident Evil 7 to be on Switch in some form. Not the gold edition, though. It probably will be its own version, just like the people one.
No, I'm expecting Resident Evil Platinum Edition to come because you know they're going to report that one and they're going to add even more content. So I'm going to wait till next year. Because,
Platinum edition?
yeah, there's going to be a Platinum Edition. There's going to be a Platinum Edition, and they're going to report everything, and they're going to do multiple ports. Heck, there might even be more ports after the Gold Edition. Capcom is Capcom with that.
Wow, they're really going heavy on the ports.
I'm joking, John. I'm joking, but I'm joking.
Slightly.
Yeah, there's no confirmation of that, but I would not be surprised if there is another version of Resident Evil 7 that includes all the DLC and some other little type of thing, and it comes to the Switch in 2018 or 2019. I would not be. And when people say, "What 2019?" Yes, 2019, because Capcom does not care when they port a game. It can be years, 2, 3, 4. It can be after the one game comes up. They don't care. Resident Evil Revelations just came out for the PS4 and Xbox One in Japan and in America. You know what I'm saying? It just came out. Revelations 1. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa, why did you guys wait so long to port Revelations 1? Capcom.
Also, they could have ported it sooner than
They could have ported it years ago. They could have ported it 2 years ago.
Happy we're getting both games on the Switch, and it does sound like that they're at least putting some thought into how they're putting it on the Switch.
Absolutely.
Instead of being a straightforward port, they're actually taking advantage of the Switch's features.
Absolutely. HD Rumble, and single Joy-Con co-op play for Resident Evil Revelations 2. That's awesome.
Yeah, it definitely reminds me about how they did Resident Evil 4 on the Wii, how they basically tailored it to match the Wii's features, and it was all the more popular and praised because of that.
Yeah. I think I said that on one of my videos, but my brother, he doesn't like Resident Evil. Really, he just doesn't like it. It's not his type of thing. But he loves Resident Evil Wii Edition because he can use the Wii remote to aim and shoot. Because he doesn't like the shooting mechanics.
It does sound like a very creative way about how to use it. And frankly, I'm all for great features as long as this is a competent port, and it sounds like it's going to be. Not that the Wii U port was bad, it was pretty good, but it didn't really have anything really amazing. All it just had were a few gamepad features, and that was about it.
I like the Wii U port because the Wii U port it had some gamepad stuff, but the biggest thing is that if you didn't want to play on PS3 and like you wanted to as a streamer, because PS3 was stupid to stream on, as a streamer, if you were trying to stream that game, Resident Evil Revelations on the Wii, outside of the PC, on the Wii U was the best one because you can play online for free. If you wanted to, you can use the gamepad and you can plug in your headset and then still have dual audio as a streamer, so you can have the audio going to the chat and then you can also have the audio going to the feed. Then you can also have the audio going to your headset, or you can use a Pro controller and do that. So for me, I actually felt that Resident Evil Revelations on the Wii U was the second best version out of all the versions that's been released because of course.
Interesting to say that. I wonder how the Switch version will compare.
Oh, the Switch version's better. I mean, if you want to just...
No.
Yeah, because, I mean...
The Switch version of Rayman is exactly the same as the Wii U one. There's like no difference at all.
I saw that thing on Nintendo Life, but I mean, wasn't that already, like... The engine that they use, like, the Xbox One and the PS4 versions are the exact same as the Wii U version. They're all 1080p 60. With literal, like...
Yeah, it's just a port of the game. It's I don't know what.
Yeah, just another port, of course.
Yeah, it's a port of the original game. Like, but they were all the same. There's no difference between any of the versions of Rayman Legends outside of the PS Vita version. They're all.
Capcom to change their name to like I don't know, Portcom company or something like that.
This is how they've been for. What I don't understand is this is how Capcom's been for like a long time, and people are just like, what's oh my god, what's going on with Capcom? As if it's some type of like new thing. It's like, where have you been for the past 5? Where have you been for the past 5-6 years? Even on PlayStation 4, their effort has been pitiful on PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 4 is the top-selling system right now that has so much units of sales between PS4 and Xbox One. Where are all the new and cool games for PS4 from Capcom? Where are they? Like,
unless you count Monster Hunter World.
That's 5 years after it's the 5th year of the system on the market. We're talking the PS4 came out in 2013. Monster Hunter World's coming out in 2018. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like
And will a lot of people even really care by then?
Yeah, people will care. It's Monster Hunter. Yeah, people will care.
I'm more curious about the original Sword.
They're not gonna remake Mega. They hate Mega Man.
Well, the guy who helped create Mega Man is not even there anymore.
I mean, I'm glad NCQS is giving us
Real Mega Man.
Definitely. I'm definitely looking forward to that Dragon,
This is like Zero. Mega Man Zero.
Yeah, it's more Mega Man Zero.
to answer, it looks like Robo Legends asked me a question about how my work in West Side Story went, and to answer the question, it was great. I absolutely felt very honored to be part of a show as iconic as this one. I mean, I feel like that given that there's a lot of terrible things that have been happening in the world lately, I felt like that this show was one of the best ways to stand up to that. And I think probably my favorite moment in doing the show is when I get to stop a fight breaking out between the Jets and the Sharks right in front of the school dance. Because it makes me wish that I could do that in real life.
Dude, Deviator's been practicing because that's why he's not talking. He's so focused right now. He's concentrating.
No, I'm not. I'm
Dude, Deviator's...
So, Robo Legends, I hope that answers your question. Being in West Side Story was absolutely wonderful. I loved doing it. I loved doing it. It's so much fun to do.
Coming to join in, is it Augustine? Coming to join in? Join in, bruh.
It looks like we have Nintendo Examiner here.
What's up, Nintendo Examiner?
Yeah.
Yep, I'm here.
What's that? I can't hear you. It sounds like your mic's having a little bit of problems.
Oh, when I was earlier today, they had to put a thing up my backside. I knew it. No, it
This
goes.
is on the internet, man.
No, it goes all the way up, and before. Oh,
We don't hear that about your illicit liaisons there, man.
I'm trying to be serious.
Kids watching this show.
And before he did it, it was so serious in there, I just wanted to make a joke, and he didn't find it funny. I apologise to chat. I just said, look, if I wake up and there's a used condom hanging out of my bum, there's going to be trouble.
You know what I was thinking of? I was thinking of that song, All the Way Up. No one can stop it. All the way up. No.
Oh boy, an F-Zero course. I love this. I love when we do different...
All the way
Which
up.
one is it?
No
Oh,
one
this
can
is...
stop
I didn't mean it like that.
I love this one.
Okay, to change the subject,
I
Why
love
does he want to do that?
Oh,
I thought the subject was pretty funny. What's up?
I got a Super NES PR from France because Mario 64 is like
It's
hey,
in there.
buy one for France. Okay. Sorry.
I'm gonna wait to get mine until it's in stock.
Good luck.
I can read French to that extent. I'm like, okay, this is not that hard to navigate.
If not, I'll volunteer to participate in whatever contest to win it for free on this channel.
You're gonna need one of those Star
I already
Fox.
have one adapter, so
Okay.
I travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because France uses it, they call it Type C, I think. It's like
Okay.
most of Europe uses that type of anyways.
Whoa.
Not the UK,
Who's that?
I think Nintendo Examiner is adjusting his mic.
Huh.
Sorry, I'm just working on my game right now, and I ran into this really interesting bug where the world class is not returning the correct block that neighbors chunks. So I was just like, oh, sorry about that.
Oh, you're good, dude. You're good. That's cool that you're working on
That's
the game.
fine. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so many bullet bills.
But I love this stage because of the fact that it actually has an ending instead of just being another looping course. I like it when they take
Oh god.
like that.
Dude, horrible.
Okay.
That and the music in this stage is just really bloody awesome.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
No.
Oh,
Cheating.
Natasha has a freaking boost.
Sorry, Solid Vicious, I had to do that.
Squid. I think it's Squid Vicious.
Oh, my apologies, Squid Vicious.
What did you call it?
Go, Solid Vicious. Snake. It's Snake's brother, Solid Vicious.
I don't know why I said that. That
No,
was
actually, I think I like that more.
but it was a slip of the tongue.
No, I like that more. I
I,
can
think
just.
I bet Mark gets the Squid Vicious thing because he's from the UK. But, Mark, do you get the reference?
Oh, as in Sid Vicious.
It's Sid Vicious, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the Sex Pistols.
Yeah, there you go.
I got it. I listened to the Sex
I
Pistols.
didn't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Get out, John. Get out.
You
didn't get it.
Gee.
What's funny is my son has changed his name to Robbie Rotten. So now we're, instead of Johnny Rotten and Sid Vicious, or Squid Vicious.
I didn't know you had a
Robbie
son.
Rotten. Yeah, I have a 17-year-old son and a 13-year-old daughter.
Wow, that's amazing.
Not really.
It must be a lot of work, though, to raise children.
It is, but at this point, they're actually pretty easy at this point. But
Yes, I know all about that.
Sure,
Yeah.
I'm sure as they get older, then it's a little bit. Then they're a little bit less demanding. But sometimes you still have to be around for them.
If you do a good job raising them when they're young, then it could get easier. Now, if things go wrong when they're young and then older they're like crazy, then you're gonna have headaches, you know. So, yeah. So
Absolutely.
So Squid Vicious has done a good job raising his kids to where now they can give him a break at this point, you know.
That's great to know. Usually when I'm working with the kids in the school I go to, some of them do have some serious behavior issues because this is second grade that we're talking about. And some of them can get really problematic as they get older, particularly
My mom did a great job of raising me, but I had behavior, like I had anger issues that, in my opinion, that I felt were genetic. Now that I'm looking back, I think they were genetic from my dad. But when I was growing up, I got into trouble all the time. But my mom was a great mom. She did a great job. But it was my fault. Whenever I got into trouble, it was my fault. It wasn't my mom's fault. She didn't do like a bad job of raising me. It was just my fault because I don't know. Because like I said, I had anger issues when I was a kid. Like I had fight. I think I told you that, but I used to fight all the time when I was in school. All the time. Like, I would get into fights literally, like, every year I'd get into at least 2 or 3 fights growing up in school. Every year. So then they put me in football. They're like, American football. They're like, you need to work out some anger. Why don't we play football? And I was like, alright, I'll try out this football thing. And oh my gosh, those kids got it. Like, the first year, like, I would be late. Those kids just freaking got it, man. Like, they hated hitting against me because I was faster than everyone. And, you know, speed times, plus force equals bad. So I would just run real fast and hit people. And I was always bigger than everyone. I was always taller than everyone when I was younger because I'm almost the same height that I am now than I was back then. So yeah. So I would hit people so I would take out all my frustration in football. Then my behavior improved.
So that explains why you chose Furious Francis as a bit of an avatar name, huh?
No, that's not it at all, to be honest. But actually, you know what? Maybe it was that at the beginning. Maybe it was that. But it was,
because I do remember seeing Furious Francis beside some of your
Well, that's the handle that I went by. Just another nickname because some of the kids they would call me OJ or they'd call me Furious Francis. Like a lot of them when I would play football. Those are both my nicknames when I was playing football.
Okay. I understand.
Because like whenever I would play football, I would be like, I always like played like I was pissed off, you know. Like I always played like someone made fun of my mom, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. Like someone did like that's how I always play football. I was always like angry. So because I'd always whatever happened at school and all that, I would take that out on like I would take that out on the other team like that we'd play against. So
you were like the water boy.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, like, I had like, yeah, pretty much, man. To be honest, it was literally like that because I played middle linebacker when I was younger. I played middle linebacker and I played running back, and like I would just like the weekends I would just be like, all right, you know, this kid pissed me off, this kid pissed me off, and I would put their faces on those people out there. And that's what would happen, man. So it was actually like that. So when I saw the water boy, I was like, I can relate. Like, I was like, I really like this movie. This is a lot like me.
OJ loves this mama.
I love my foosball, and I do love my mama.
Movies that very much touch you on a personal level.
It was more on a joking, but people would make like my teammates would be like, yeah, that's kind of like you, like OJ, like that's kind of like you. But yeah.
This Rainbow World stage is my favorite. The original Rainbow World stage they have for this game is just not as fun. It's very frustrating. This one's a lot of fun.
I like this one.
Yeah.
I don't like the like you
this
said.
one yet, so.
Oh, you haven't. Oh yeah, because you haven't played this game much, have you? Yeah.
No.
I also love the train up in the sky right there. It gives me shades of the Polar Express, or even the Japanese animated film Night on the Galactic Railroad.
How did I miss every single one of you? I threw fireballs that it literally missed every single person, and I threw like all of them.
Oh right, I'm number 2 for a change. That's awesome. Hope I can finish it this way.
Yeah, hold up, John. Don't speak too soon.
Just quit.
Yeah, don't speak too soon. Just keep racing.
I know. I don't want to get cocky. That's a thing. Usually, pride comes before downfall.
Nah, it's more like it's just Mario Kart.
Oh, right. Oh no, I got bumped down to 4th place. Oh no, 5th place, 4th place. Oh.
I'm dead last, so it's alright.
I am not gonna finish last in this one. I am not gonna finish last. I swear.
Okay, first place
Right
is right
up on
there.
the boot.
Alright.
If I could stay on the track, it would be awesome.
This is your first. This is your first time, so. Okay, who did Sweetie win that? Who won that?
I was so close.
Sweeney's way out in front. I think you should ban him.
Yeah, Sweetie won that one by a lot. But he got. Did you get?
Large margin.
You got aided by a blue shell though, Sweetie, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I saw that blue shell come.
The guy had a blue shell, and then I had a mushroom, and right guy, I just sped right past him.
I'm
Nice.
so pleased for you.
I got second, so I'm okay. I'm cool with the second place because I was doing pretty
I
bad.
think Natasha's doing really well as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
She
is.
is.
Shout outs to Killer Phobia. He said howdy, how's everyone? Or howdy there, folks. How's it going, dude? Thanks for coming to the stream, man. I do appreciate it.
Howdy, folks. You know, sounds like one of them westerns, I think.
Or it sounds like Applejack from My Little Pony. That's what I've been watching lately with my daughter. Is My Little Pony. Sounds,
I'm sorry.
I know.
Or has your daughter been watching My Little Pony with you?
Yeah. I love My Little Pony. Twilight Sparkle.
I
Sparkle.
thought you said you were annoyed at how many people. I thought you said you were annoyed with it.
He's joking.
I'm joking.
Sarcasm.
It's sarcasm.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
see.
it's sarcasm.
I've
I've seen nearly every episode of My Little Pony, but I can understand. Like I said, I can understand why I guess some would like. Now I've further come to understand now that I've been watching more episodes, and I can see why maybe some people like it that are not little girls. But I don't know. It's still. It's still.
There is a movie coming out based on My Little Pony coming around this October.
Tell me it's live. Tell me it's live action. Tell me it's live action.
It's not.
Aww.
It's going to be animated, just like the cartoon.
Dang it.
Animated with Toon Boom software.
I would like to see a live action My Little Pony and see
Well,
how that goes.
2 guys in horse suits for each one.
Oh, it's a furry
Personally,
fan.
I'm glad about the fact that it's animated. We
It's-
haven't seen a hand-drawn animated movie in a while. Although Toon Boom software might not really count, it's close to it. It can produce something very equivalent.
I want a My Little Pony live action. I'm sorry. I just did. That one.
I'm sure all of the furries will love that.
Yeah.
But are the ponies actually furry? They don't really look furry in the show, do they?
Well, furries are. It's any kind of animal,
What difference
right?
does that
Oh
make?
yeah, okay, yeah, you're right about that. It's any type of animal, any type of
Yeah,
animal.
there's people that like to dress up in animal costumes and
Oh.
warfare. Still, it's any kind of costume.
That's a whole different thing.
This is a pretty hard stage, in my opinion.
Oh wow! Somebody used the shortcut. Oh, okay. And I'm stupid. It's not. We still have another lap. Not paying attention.
Oh, you thought it was last lap?
Yeah, I totally thought it was
I
last
hate
lap.
when that happens.
I totally thought it was last lap.
I don't like when it happens either.
Oh god.
I think we're gonna rank last in this one.
Dude, you get really good items. You get really good items. So far, I wouldn't think that. Yeah.
Oh, the thing that makes it very tricky is this turn right here on the square edge right there. That's what causes me to nearly fall off.
Use your what was it? Like when you boost,
Brake?
like when you slide. Yeah, use your brakes and slide, and that'll get you past that.
Yeah, I found that was a way to get past that.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry, Natasha. I am so sorry.
I saw
I
him
just
go
failed
through there.
Natasha right here.
Oh god, I'm so sorry, Natasha.
Why
That
you
was
so mean. OJ?
that was
Come
really
on.
that was really mean. Oh god, she was in 6th place, and I just like chomped her. I could have completely just missed her, but I just.
That was just.
Oh my god, I don't know why. It was just like she goes you. Chat. Oh my gosh.
So, when Natasha murders you, I'll never look right.
I know, man. I'm horrible.
Did
Sorry,
your
I'm a good
conscience even
investigator,
kick
so-
in?
My natural instincts of just Mario Kartness, of like being a douche, like douchebagginess, just kicked in right there at the very end of just me just being a douchebag in Mario Kart, and yeah, that's what happened there. Yeah, terribly sorry.
Sorry.
Terribly sorry. Hope she doesn't kill me. She says your next donation will be $1. I've just lost so much money because of that. Okay, I gotta make it up to you. I gotta make it up.
No soup for you.
Yeah.
Here
No,
we go.
it's like now you can't feed your daughter. She's like, I will no longer pay for your daughter's tuition, OJ.
Oh man.
Being a little bit too harsh.
Let's go.
Oh right, Mario Kart Stadium. I forgot about this thing.
Oh, my God.
What headset?
The hoary
Oh,
one?
you mean the squid one?
The squid one?
Oh, the one made for Splatoon. I haven't gone anywhere near it. I haven't touched it since the poll.
Yeah,
I
no,
haven't
no,
even touched
man.
that with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, I would, to be honest, I would just roll with what was it, like, with the, what was it, like the skull candies? I have some skull candies, they're $14, they're really good. And they have a mic built into it, I really like them.
No.
Or like the beeping sound?
Yeah, I hear it.
I wonder what else Konami will be bringing.
Nothing. Nothing. They're good with Bomberman. Nothing. Bomberman Deluxe.
I honestly wasn't expecting them to do much.
Castlevania, the Pachinko machine.
Pachinko Bomberman. Okay, Zelda, there was no need to throw a turtle shell backwards. She threw a turtle shell backwards. And just for that, I'm going to throw a red shell at you. Oh, okay, and then I shouldn't have done that. No, she had defense. Good job, Zelda. She like hop bagged me at the end. She was like hopping up and she like hop bagged me at the
Ban!
Bad.
Yes, OJ, I'll ban her right now.
No, no.
How many races have we had?
Good question.
I'm not sure. There's no count because I put no limit to the. Yeah.
No limit poker or something.
Yeah, I have no idea. But we're going to Wario. Let's go to Wario. Let's go to Wario.
Yeah, Mount Wario. I love this stage. It's one of my favorites.
I haven't played it, so we'll see.
What's up, Marina, in the chat? How's it going, Marina? I know you've been here for a while, but I haven't said hi yet, so I wanted to just say hi.
This is how
What's
important
Matt
you are.
Pearl?
Oh, Marina Zelda. Okay, got it. She said I was making sure OJ wouldn't mushroom blast past me. She was throwing all sorts of stuff backwards, and she was like, she was making sure. She just didn't want me to win. I got it. It's all good. Oh man.
Okay. I'll be happy if I get 45 points.
You're at
I'll
36
be
right
happy
now.
if I do better than I have been recently.
Oh, you just gotta throw yourself into the fire, Squid Vicious. This is how you
That's
get
what I'm
good.
doing.
Man. Yeah.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire.
The more you play, the more you just learn the tracks, and then you're like, okay, that's how it works. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that's how you do it. I'd also suggest, if you're not comfortable with whatever cart that you're using, try out different combinations. This is the best time to try out different combinations of like carts and wheels and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah, I definitely will.
I don't use anything but the bike though. So
I tend to be on the bike myself.
I don't use anything but Peach because I want to see Peach in her motor suit. That's the only reason, like her motorbike suit. That's the only reason why I use the bike. I just want to see Peach, my favorite character, in the best outfit in the game, the motorbike outfit. I would use Rosalina, but she's heavier, and I don't like the heavier characters. So yeah, but Rosalina. Oh man, if they Lucina, I'd be totally down for Lucina in Mario Kart.
But then at that point, you become more like Smash Kart.
It already there's Link.
True. And a squid, and one of the squid guys from Splatoon.
And there's an Animal Crossing dude that's in. There's Motovito.
So in a way, it already should be called Smash Kart.
No, I wouldn't call it Smash Kart.
And we got the England now.
I was joking about that.
I guess this group has a problem with sarcasm.
Oh my gosh, so many blue shells.
There's only been one.
There's been two. Two.
Okay. Oh yeah, I got hit by one. What am I thinking?
There's one more right now.
Oh man.
Okay. Let's see. Need some coins. Oh god, I got too close.
Oh, I went in the water.
That was a dime throw though, Sweeney. I saw that. That was a nice throw, but I don't. Did you beat him or I don't think you beat him though. Did you? That guy?
Who, me?
Yeah. Like,
no, he spun into the finish line.
Yeah, you threw him. It hit off. You like ricocheted it off of something, and
Yeah.
he slipped. That was actually a nice throw. Yeah, we getting bodied by Zelda here, or Marina. She's Marina in the chat. Oh, Sweeney's still winning though.
Well, I am learning a lot. I've actually learned how to drift at 150cc, so that's helped.
Yeah, he seems.
I'm glad you have.
Yeah,
I mean, I still fall off a lot, but I'm getting.
Yeah, you just gotta learn to drift, and then you can also break drift. So like when you hold the L or Z, or I don't know what you're using, but when you hold the button to drift, And then if you press the B button on on sharp turns, you can still keep depending on how much momentum you have, you can still keep your boost. And then also make sure that you don't fall. So yeah. It's called a brake drift. I'm not sure if that's the official name, but that's just what I call it. So while you're drifting, if you need to make a sharper turn or not fall something, you can press the B button, and you'll still kind of hold your drift, but then you'll brake as well. That really helps with the sharp turns and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, Sweeney's blowing us up. we're getting blown up.
Didn't we just play this stage already?
We didn't just play it, but we've played it before.
I knew this looked familiar.
I've played this stage a million times.
I played a bazillion times.
A bazillion times.
Bazillion. If there's even such a number.
Is there? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's always meant to be a exaggeration.
The numbers are infinite, though. Yeah. They don't. They're infinite. So. Alright, let's go. Okay, never mind. Somebody stole my green shells. That's okay. You can have them. I'll keep my mushrooms. Okay. Somebody just sped by me with a bullet bill. Somebody's dropping so many banana peels. Stop it. Oh, come on.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no. Oh, God, that's not good. We both fell, because that was my fault. I initiated the bomb. Totally my fault. Somebody try to catch him. Those banana peels are still there, waiting for someone to just run right into them. Oh, God. Get it! Oh, we shall kill her. Oh, Grease shall kill her.
Oh, chuck it.
Oh, God, sweet! He was like swerving for that. Oh my gosh! I had shells turning around me. I had shells, and it still hit me.
First, all the way, end up in 7th.
Oh God.
That sounds about right.
Well, it could be worse. You could end up last, like I just did.
I'm not saying who hit me first, but I'm just unsubscribing from a channel now.
Was it me? Did I? Wait, are you blaming?
Well, unless there's someone else called OJ who came past me.
What did I hit? I don't even remember that.
But he's out of jail now. We're getting out of jail.
Wait a minute. Hold up here. Did I really hit you? I don't remember.
Yes, you did hit me. I was in first thinking this is the first race I'm going to win.
Huh. I don't remember being in second place to hit you, though. I was never in second place. Was that?
What hit you? If it was a blue shell, that might have been me.
Well, I got hit, OJ came streaming past me, and I didn't say anything, but I wanted to say, well, I won't say what I wanted to say.
I don't recall you being in first and me being in second and then me hitting you with something. Maybe it happened. I'm not saying, but I was never in first or I was never in second that whole race.
Don't worry, you just ruined my only ever chance of coming first.
Oh.
The fact that I've been in hospital all day, don't worry about it.
Honestly.
Hey, Mark, you hear that? It's the world's smallest violin.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Ain't it charity, Mark? Okay.
Hey guys, we need 8 more subs for 29,000. Can we get there in this stream? Can we get there?
I wonder about that.
I wonder. Let's see. We'll see. We'll find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball
Dragon
Z.
Ball Z.
On Dragon Ball PE. Okay.
We
We'll
tried to
see.
talk to each other for like 5 minutes before we actually.
I don't know if they'll happen or not, but either way. Thanks. Shout out to the people who subscribed already. First of all, shout out to the new ninja. Every single day, new ninja subscribers. That's always positive. Okay. Oh.
Oh, that. Yeah. Failed to stay on track. What does a boo do?
It steals an item from someone else.
Oh, good.
And it also makes you invisible to get hit. Like from items, you can go through people, and you won't get hit with stuff either. So it's actually the boo's actually a really good item. Really good item.
Almost. I started playing today.
I thought
Just here, round around.
No, not really. I used to play sometimes with my son when he was littler, but I built controls and all that stuff. You could only have one item and everything, so I don't know, it's different.
Got some defense, Sweeney?
What?
You got some defense?
No. What are you talking about?
No, what? Oh, you're absolutely right. I'm not looking at the map. Okay, Zelda's not in the. She's not in the. She's not in the chat. Never mind. I thought you were in first place. I thought I saw it about the gun, but it was Rosalina. My bad.
Oh, I went off the edge.
I'm getting so lucky. Red shells and blue shells. Let's go. Oh no, a red shell at the worst time. Dang it. Oh, that ruined everything for me. Sweetie, what are you doing picking Peach? You're stupid. What the hell?
No!
What did you get? Ow. No! No! Who was that? Natasha! Was that that was the top? Who was that?
Yeah, that was Natasha, I think. She has the dual horse carrot thing.
Oh, you! Okay, Natasha totally swooped on me at the very end there. Zelda goes, I got absolutely bodied. You don't have to apologize. I kind of did that to you before, so you do not have to apologize.
She didn't.
No, she's not. I don't think she's serious when she said sorry.
No, she said sorry, OJ, not sorry.
Yeah. I think that's what she probably meant.
Yeah, you know how Sonata is.
I know. I shouldn't make her too mad. I think bad things might happen to me.
Remember that episode when she got mad at? I forgot the kid's name. Remember when she punched a hole in the wall because he called her old or something like that? She probably seriously would have killed him.
Oh yeah. Well, she flicked Naruto in the head and he went flying like 15 feet back, literally flicked him in the head. So I can only imagine getting punched by her. That's not a good thing. It would be worse than like when remember when Sakura punched who's the guy from the Sasori before he got out of his little puppet that was made for him. Like she punched that thing and that thing's supposed to be super solid. She completely destroyed it in one punch. So that's true. She
If Natasha is unsubscribed, then why is she still in the race? Or is she joking?
She's joking.
I thought so.
She's definitely joking.
Very tongue-in-cheek anyway.
Yeah. She's like, alright, beat you down. Unsub.
Oh, that was something's going on. Oh, that's okay. You can land in this water. That's good to know.
Yeah, definitely good to know.
Drown in it.
Definitely good to know.
Or Lakitu has to fish you out.
Yeah.
Oh, red shell again.
I think it matters. Oh yeah. Sunny Bono. What guy? We got through.
I love how we go down the steep cliff right here. It's really fun.
Please come back. Nothing. No. Uh-oh. We shall come. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh man.
Oh, what the? No, what?
Yes.
Day.
Yes.
At one point, I was ahead of OJ,
Yes.
and then I got hit with a bullet bill and some shells.
Well, I did beat Natasha.
All I
and...
can see on YouTube is OJ with his fist in the air like this, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
OJ, do you like my car combination?
OJ, we can't hear you.
I just said. Can you hear me now? I just said.
Yeah.
said
Fucking horse or something.
He's been watching My Little Pony too much.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy with it. Let me just say that right there. I can't say. I'll put out a press release tomorrow, so look forward to that on PE News. As far as my press release goes on Sweeney's card combination, but I will say that
But copying is a form of flattery.
no, not in.
Can
this
you change cards between races?
It's
Yeah.
banned from all future
So when you're in the
tournaments.
lobby, if you press Y, you can change your character and your card setup.
Now that was a new combination, or that was a new feature that they added to this
Yeah.
version of the game. You couldn't do that in Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. He's literally the same. He picked the exact same, cart, the same character, the same bike, just to troll me.
Did it work?
You know,
Are you trolled hard?
I'll tell you. I'll say this. If it was me back when I had like my corporate job, you know, when I come home kind of just upset about things and then this happened, I think I'd be slightly triggered. I wouldn't say anything, but I'd honestly be like slightly mad about it. But my days, although they're busy because I'm always doing content, I'm always editing, I actually like what I'm doing. So I'm not quite as mad as I would be normally. But these are the type of things that would actually get me really mad back in the day. Like you know, so yeah. It would have triggered me before. Believe it or not. I mean, he hits me. And then he hits me. So yeah, it would have triggered me before. But I'm good right now. I'm good. But my last job that I had, I would have been triggered. My last job was I mean, I always did content for you guys, but man, there's days where I really didn't feel like doing anything. I would come home and I'd be like, I gotta do something. I'm so tired. So I'd be on the phone all day. All day talking to people, driving people around, buttering people up, sucking up, you know, like all day. And then,
Sounds like an Uber job.
No, definitely not an Uber. I was a technical recruit. I used to be a technical recruiter. So I wouldn't say driving people around. I would just say like driving to meet people, to do like to bring them lunch or to meetings. Just not for me. Not for me.
Something that doesn't come naturally to you, huh?
No, I was actually really good at my job, but I hated it. I was really good at my job. I was a pretty good recruiter because I can talk to people. That's really what the job is about talking to people. Now, do I like to do it? No. But can I do it? I mean, I have a communication degree. I have a kinesiology and communication degree. So communication was one of my specialties. So I mean, I can talk to people all day, but you know, I'd rather talk to people about video games if I had the option. You know.
It is a little bit hard for me to talk video games all the time with my folks sometimes because sometimes they can't always follow what I'm talking about. As a lot of times, some of the things that we speak about are very esoteric subjects.
Yeah. Well, I would never bring up. I would never bring up. I would never bring up video games, mainly because I mean these people that I was talking to, I mean they were like, you know, 6-figure, some of them almost 7-figure, business analysts and you know systems analysts and things like that. Yeah.
You never know if you don't ask, you know, because sometimes those people want friends that's not all about business.
And it would come up though, like they would ask me like if we were out to lunch, obviously like they would ask me, oh well, what do you like to do? And I'd be like, I like to play video games. And then usually sometimes it went further, like, oh yeah, I play too. But most of the time they're like, oh that's cool, what do you play? And I'm like, oh, I play like Zelda, I play whatever. And like, oh yeah, I used to play Zelda back in the day, man. N64, oh yeah, Ocarina of Time. Oh, I used to play, like they'll always go back, oh, I used to play Mario back on the Super Nintendo. So that's usually where it goes, like when they don't play video games, and then when they do, which is, sometimes, I mean, in my field, I mean, a lot of people do play video games, but it seemed like, I mean, I was dealing with a lot of older guys that didn't play video games. The younger guys that I work with, ones that were in the junior level positions, oh yeah, like, we talk about games all the time, but I was mainly dealing with like, you know, the guys that weren't junior level that were going for bigger jobs like the like systems administrator jobs and business system analyst jobs and managerial positions and stuff like that. But to be honest, I don't miss that job one bit. So not one bit.
Well, if you didn't like it, you didn't like it.
I hate it. I absolutely hated it. Well, the thing that I didn't like the most is that like they made me go to Arizona for training. Like I really didn't want to go to Arizona for training. Like I didn't want to go. But yeah, I have to go. So. I think
there are times when I have to do things that I don't necessarily want to do, though.
Yeah, that's life, you know, and that's why I think you can even watch the videos. The 2 videos that I did, they were so crappy when I was in Arizona, and that's the reason why I was mad. Is like, man, the quality of my videos are gonna suck. It was the same reason like when I went to Hawaii. Like, you know, it's like I can't do anything that I really like to do, like, you know, produce content. So it's the same thing. I don't like to travel unless I have all my equipment with me, but there's sometimes where I can't bring my equipment with me. So. Okay. Oh, come on. Let's go.
Oh, Red, shield me again. Seriously.
Just when I think I'm doing good, somebody with bullet bills me.
Oh, what? Seriously?
Welcome to Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I hate this game.
Okay, I'll take the 4th. I'll take the 4th, all things considered.
Oh, you
How
can
did I
drive
go
over that.
from being 5th here to being 10th?
I could have beat Mark if I knew you could drive over that.
I'll take the 11th.
Oh, Clint with the 1st place, though.
So, Sweeney, what's it feel like to be a winner yet again?
Oh, I definitely don't want to do this Rainbow Road. I'll try Wild Woods instead.
Alright, I'm picking Rainbow Road, baby.
Rainbow Road.
I'm
Let's
joking.
go.
I'm joking. Oh, actually, I did pick Rainbow Road because we haven't played it yet. Oh, those are Wild Woods. Oh man, but we already played that one. So, who picks Baby Park? Get out of
Me.
here, bro. Get
That's
out of
right, me. Because I need Baby Park because I'm in 12th all the time.
I hear if you just go for the finish line, drive backwards, and go forward like 7 times, you'll win.
Or like the
Hey, I got 45
N64.
points.
You did it!
Hey, I met my goal. Small as it was. I have to dream bigger next time.
Apparently, in some, because there's been some crazy news going on with the hurricanes and all that. I think I'm gonna be on a show with Spawnwave and like I think 20 other YouTubers, and we're gonna be doing.
Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing a big 24-hour live stream to raise funds for the hurricane victims.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so look forward to that. I don't know when it's going to go down, but we're going to definitely do it. So I'm going to have a block at some point, probably for like an hour. Seems like he's trying to get at least 20 people to do like an hour and like a half or an hour, 10 minutes each. So I'm probably going to have some type of block. So look out for that, guys. Just giving you guys a heads up about that.
Definitely, yeah.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing something myself, and I probably still will. But just like a modest goal or something. So I'm definitely gonna work
Those
that.
poor people in Houston. I'm sorry to hear about this terrible tragedy.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But what can you do? It's Mother Nature. There's like nothing anyone else can do. You know.
Oh, and people.
Although, I'll
used
never
to-
forget
yeah,
when you
they-
hit with Hurricane Sandy. That was a really awful nightmare.
Yeah, that was
When
bad.
Hurricane Sandy
I
hit,
mean, honestly, it's kind of our fault because we didn't have to
Ooh, best finish yet.
I got 10 points. Didn't we just started this and it's already over? I thought I had more time to race. God.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember Hurricane Katrina when that hit, and that was devastating. Like that was really bad because I was playing football at BC at the time. Not Sweeney's BC, the BC over here. I was playing junior college football, and like literally like a third of our team is from the New Orleans area.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like they literally all of their homes they had no homes to go visit back to during this. It happened during the season, so that was rough. I mean, we were still good. I mean, they played hard. I mean, all things considered, like if your whole home was underwater, basically, it's tough to play football. But the resilience of those guys were crazy, man. Like they so. But yeah, that happened during when I was playing football. And I just remember that was horrible. So wouldn't wish that on anyone to go through stuff like that. Where I live, man, there's never gonna be a hurricane. Like I'm right in the middle of we're in a hot, dry valley, man. It's just anytime something comes, it just hits our walls and bounces off. Like it just.
You're in LA, right?
I'm in the Central Valley. I mean, I'm pretty close to Los Angeles, but I'm in like it's called the Grapevine, and the Grapevine is where all the mountains like start, and like that's where the Central Valley starts to form, where you actually start going deep into like a valley, and I'm in that now. It is close to Los Angeles. It's about an hour and a half away from Los Angeles, and I'm about 45 minutes to an hour away from Magic
that's
Mountain.
quite a huge difference from here in Highland Park. Here in Highland Park, it varies. Today, it's been pretty cold and rainy.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not Central Valley. Yeah, and I'm pretty close to you because I can get to E3 in like an hour and a half. That's how long it takes me to get to
What's
E3.
that strange clicking noise? Sounds like somebody's hitting a mouse or something.
I think Nintendo Examiner is working on a game or something like that.
Oh, so that's it.
He's working on it. He's doing some program. It's the second lap.
I didn't know you were a game developer too, Nintendo Examiner. I didn't.
Pre-show? What do you do by the pre-show?
Wow, what course is this, man? This is wild.
I don't
Ribbon
know.
Road.
I think this is Ribbon Road or something like that.
It's my least favorite one. I always fall off, no matter what I try.
I think this must be Ribbon Road.
I used to fall off this road all the time, but then I got used to it. You know, I fall off sometimes, but not really. I used to always get hit by these, what are those mechanical Koopas that walk to the things?
Oh, the Mecha Koopas.
Yeah, the Mecha Koopas. Gold Peach. Nice.
I'll never forget the first time I saw them in Super Mario World. I thought they were really freaky characters.
How's that
got
hitting?
stuck in the wall.
The fight with Bowser from the Clown Car was also very memorable too.
It was. Actually, I really liked the Mecha Koopas when I was a kid. That's what you get for tailgating me, Zelda. She got a bomb in the face. That's what you get for tailgating. She was right on my butt. I just threw a bomb in her face. Dropping bombs.
Look at that. I got 9s. That's better than 11s.
Trying to jump in. Well, the name of the code is right there in the title of the video. But I mean, we got a full room here. So I mean, and I don't have shuffle on. So I mean, you can hop in obviously, but you might not be online on the stream. Maybe next time I'll put shuffle on.
Is everybody still Patreon in the 12th though? Or?
No. I open it up to everyone, and even if I wanted to like swap people out for ones who were, there's no way for me to do that. So, so yeah. So everyone just join in. I let the Patreon people get the code in first so they can get in. I think that's the reason why I don't put shuffle on. There you go. That's the reason why I don't put shuffle on. So the people who are already in don't get shuffled out during the live stream. There we go.
That's good. You don't want anybody to be left behind.
Yeah, well, it's just more of a assurance that you guys get to stay on stream and you guys are on stream the whole time. The ones who get the code early and all that. So it's kind of more of a extra little perk. All right, we haven't played this one the whole time. I'm actually pretty hyped to play this one.
True, we haven't done Moo Moo Meadows in a while.
Oh, if you run into a cow, stop instantly. Okay.
Yeah, no, don't run into the cows.
Even with the mushroom, that was bad.
Yeah.
And besides, you're not supposed to run into a cow in real life either.
I mean, that's something here where I live. I mean, there's a lot of farms, so yeah, running into cows is a big no-no. Do not run into cows. When I went to high school, it always smelled like manure all the time.
That's awful.
You got used to it.
Try living in West Texas, man.
Yeah, you get used to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get used to it. It just becomes normal. Even where I live right now, I'm out by a bunch of farms. Because I live on the outskirts of town because living in certain areas costs way too much, and I don't want to live in a really tiny house, so I have to live out here to just so I can get the price of the house that I wanted. But anyway, yeah, I live like by a bunch of farms, and it smells like manure out here too. But you get used to it. I don't know what happened. A bomb just flew right in front of me, but nothing happened. I didn't spin out or anything.
When this music...
Oh god! I should have used that mushroom sooner.
No! Who hit me with fire?
I should have used that. I would have won if I just used the mushroom sooner. I would have won. But I didn't.
You blew it!
I blew it. If I would have just used the mushroom sooner, but I didn't. I had a different item, and God
6 missions away in Mario Rabbids until I have 100% on everything.
Oh god.
Nice.
I wish I can play the game as much as you can. I wish I had the time to.
I think it'll work.
Oh.
I get to work about an hour and a half earlier. So
Man,
I might play a little more.
dude, I used to play my Switch in between editing videos, and that's a bad idea. I'll play like I'll play it like in between like edit cuts and stuff, and I just found out that my videos take a lot longer to finish when I'm trying to play Switch in between.
I like this one.
I mean, I love Sky RPG. I think about the style.
Yeah, I definitely need to play more Mario Plus. I'm gonna play some more tonight before I go to bed.
It'll be very interesting to see what else Nippon Ichi has in store for the Switch.
I don't know what other games. I mean, they said that their next Disgaea game's probably gonna come to Switch. So maybe.
That would be awesome. Although I think a port of their previous ones would be just as great, so that gamers don't feel like they're missing out on them.
I don't know. How many people would you guys want to see the old Disgaea ports? I mean, I'm not sure. We'll see. Oh, I got flattened.
Actually, only the old ones I like the
I think they talked about old Disgaea. I think they said that's a possibility. Old Disgaea ports is a possibility on the Switch. I think they said that as well. They said if it makes sense, they'll do it.
I'm just not familiar enough with the Disgaea series to even. So is it strategy RPG?
Strategy RPG, yeah.
Yeah, that's not my whole thing.
Not your cup of tea. It's all good, man.
Yeah. Although I'm enjoying Mario Rabbids.
I mean, because those kind of games, you have to play at least. Max out everybody.
I really have to rent that time and see if I like it or not.
There's so many games to play.
I know. That was quite a huge difference with Wii U, where we had to basically wait, and wait, and wait for just about every game to come.
Oh, man. Oh, it's not the last lap.
Knock, OJ.
No, no. Stop it, sweetie. I see you coming. No! I see you coming.
What?
Thanks for the heads up, though. I mean, I do appreciate
Oh
that.
no, I fell off!
I do appreciate the heads up.
Ah, John, I don't feel sorry for you. I've done it like 12 times on this track already.
Well, this course is easy to fall off of. The turns here are very sharp, and the drops are very steep. And there isn't a lot of guardrails in the turns, either.
Oh my lord. I'll give up.
Oh, did you beat him, sweetie?
Yeah, I think I did.
Did you edge him out there? Oh.
I didn't get very far.
I think I did. Yep.
Look at that. Hey, I got 9th again. Don't call it a comeback.
Don't.
I've been here for years.
I don't know what's up with me. Oh, I'm feeling a bit faint actually. Oh.
Hey, Deviator, don't croak on us, please.
Oh, I think that might be why I'm doing so badly actually. Oh, cool. Oh, I'm seeing double.
Oh no.
No, I'm only joking.
Okay, good.
That's
Sympathy win.
It's my excuse for why I'm doing so. Last week I came 6th. This week I'm coming. How many is it? 12. 12th.
Yeah, when will it finally tally up everything?
At the very end, I set it for 3 hours.
3 hours?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna play for 3 hours, but I set it for 3 hours, so.
Can I have a break for breakfast?
Let's see here. 5:15.
Only if you share with us.
I'm probably gonna play till about 7:15. I'm gonna play for 2 hours, so we're gonna play for about another 20, 15, or no, 20 minutes or so, 20, 30 minutes. So.
That's fair enough.
But you guys can continue playing though, and then I'll tally it up at the end. So you guys can play all the way till it'll be open till 8. So people who missed out or whatever the case is, I really gotta start doing more. I need to announce the winner of these ones. Like I need to do something with the winner, so it just doesn't feel like a throwaway. So I'll probably start announcing the winner. Like on the next one, we'll announce the last person who won. So. we'll go over the results first. Outside of the prize tournaments that we have. So like these ones right here, like the next time that we play Mario Kart, I'll make sure to announce who won the last one. Just so that person can get a little recognition. It'd be kind of cool to lead it so he won it last. Alright, put that over.
Oh, Chris, yeah. I'm just bouncing off the fences here. This is hilarious.
My man Ultra's online. Of course, in Splatoon 2. What is behind me? Bullet Bill. Flashback. Come on.
And I fell
Come
towards
on.
Goodness.
Overkill.
That was perfect timing.
No, it wasn't. It was. Oh man.
It's sneaky and underhanded.
What? That's the game.
Yeah, that is gotta be.
It gave me the lightning. What am I supposed to do?
Oh God.
Lightning drop twice.
No.
Lightning strikes twice.
Yeah, that was the problem. She struck 3 times in Final Fantasy.
It was 2 times in a row, just like back to back lightning strikes. Completely. Although that's not the reason why I didn't do too bad. I think I got 5th or 6th, but. Ooh, Yoshi's Circuit.
You're almost there, OJ.
To what?
5 more.
I'm not even check. Who's subscribed during it? Nothing came up.
Maybe they didn't do it through. Oh, well, I don't know.
Usually, anytime there's a subscription, doesn't matter if it's when I'm streaming or not. It would. Well, if I'm streaming, it's definitely gonna pop up. So I don't know. Maybe some of them. I need to check my Streamlabs. That's the case. Huh? It's weird.
Just check it just now. It says 28, 9, 9.
No, you're absolutely right. I don't know. Well, whatever. Thank you for the people who subscribed. I want to give them shout outs, but thank you. I do. I've already given a couple this one. I'm not sure what happened there, why it didn't pop up. Sometimes though, YouTube autocorrects. Like it changes all the time. It fluctuates, you know. And sometimes YouTube autocorrects like people who are get unsubbed and sub, and it doesn't. Maybe there's no notification triggered. So YouTube. Yeah.
Oh!
YouTube.
The turns here in this stage are very steep.
YouTube is the glitchiest platform of all time. I mean, because there's just so many users, though, you know. Yeah, YouTube. it's such a huge conglomerate of stuff.
I think Spawnwave, he reached 50,000 subscribers, and then they did like a YouTube subscriber cleanse and went back under again.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait like another day to go back over.
Yeah, yeah. There was, I remember, there's been a couple big purges. I remember last year there was like a huge purge.
Why do they purge users?
Because they purge users for people, like, it's like users who, sock accounts, and mainly like inactive accounts, or what they do. They purge it just to, of course, free up space and all that stuff, you know, the resources. So that's the reason why they do it. And this year it wasn't anywhere near as bad because I was expecting a huge purge again. But this year it seemed like they've been purging sock accounts and doing stuff like that like throughout the year instead of doing it all at one time, so it doesn't hit people as bad, you know. So
You haven't been affected though, have you?
I was affected, but not too bad. I mean, I think I lost like around, they did like a little mini one. Well, it wasn't as bad as last year. I lost like 30 or 40 subs. But then again, sometimes it's just glitchiness. Sometimes people just, like, people get unsubbed for no reason.
Yeah, I've heard of that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Sweeney. I'm sorry that I had to do that.
I got hit like 5,000 times.
Yeah, you were just getting bopped.
Bodied.
Yeah, you're getting bopped. You're doing pretty good though. I mean, I think you still finished what, 4th or 5th?
I got 4th.
Yeah, not too bad for getting hit so many times.
I'll survive.
You'll be good.
What was your score last time, sweetie? 300 and...
No, last time it was like 230.
I thought someone got 300 and something last time.
Yeah, someone beat me.
He wasn't a Patreon user until after the fact.
Ah, right. Got ya. Yeah.
Ooh, Excite Bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who didn't pick the Excite Bike? Look at all these frauds not picking Excite Bike.
What is this, amateur hour?
Amateur hour.
Well, if they don't like Excite Bike Stage, they don't like it.
No! Go on.
Excite Bike.
No!
Oh,
We haven't played the Excite Bike stage the whole time! Come on!
It looks like we're stuck with Rainbow Road again.
Yeah.
There should have been way more Excite Bikes on that list of stages. Alright.
Ready? Here we go.
Okay.
Whoa!
You fell off, didn't you? Did you fall?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
okay.
how this track waves up and down.
Now I fell off.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Pink boost. Let's go.
Come on.
No! Head off.
I was just going too fast. I couldn't control the speed after I speed bumped with Sweetie. And then I got destroyed after that.
It fell off again. I was all the way up in 4th. Now
Oh no! Hit by lightning! No, you don't. I'm not
Oh,
gonna...
what happened?
No! No!
Usually they have a contract, yeah, but they can be terminated at any point by the board of the company.
Oh, okay.
What do you? What was the question?
Is the Sony president for a set period?
Or Nintendo.
Nintendo, sorry.
Yeah, is Sony or Nintendo, like, are they like on a contract to be like a president of their company, or if they do bad, when they get fired or something?
They can get fired.
It's based on the board of directors, the shareholders actually. They can vote to, but the presidents of companies and the CEOs of companies usually have a lot of power. So something really bad has to happen, or things have to be going really south to where it affects the company overall. Like like for example, there's been times where like the board of directors and like shareholders are like, okay, if this person doesn't leave because we're doing so bad, then we're gonna pull our money. Then that's when a company will usually, a CEO will usually step down. You know what I'm saying? They usually step down. They don't get fired. They usually step down. So yeah, that's usually what happens. But essentially, they were fired. But obviously, most CEOs don't get fired unless something drastic happens. But even when something drastic happens to CEOs, they still just step down. A CEO getting fired is very slim.
Because honestly, I can't see anybody out there.
Didn't Nintendo's actual president get an all-time high rating a little while ago or something?
I know he got a really high rating. Kimishima, yeah, I know he's gotten a really, really high rating. I think he got like a 90-something.
Yeah, guy. Yeah, well, it helps that it helps to actually have a businessman in charge.
Well, just the fact that, to be honest, I think it would have been anyone that was in there. Based on what they were doing with their plan. Nintendo's developers are the biggest thing. Obviously, you put together a business strategy, but they're a very unique company because a lot of the developers are also senior management as well. Like the guy, like for example, Kimishima's not. But like Miyamoto, and you also have like who's the guy with Super Mario? The guys that were at the press conference of the Nintendo Switch reveal, like the official.
Koizumi?
Yeah, Koizumi and Takahashi. Both of those guys, they're both developers, but they're also.
I know who you're talking about.
They're both also senior corporate businessmen that make big decisions. Like the guy who's doing Super Mario Odyssey he designed the Nintendo Switch. Was an integral part in designing the Nintendo Switch. So they're very unique.
Cool.
Yeah, that's very unique. Like Sony and Microsoft don't. They do that, but it's not the same.
Come in.
Can you guys imagine how many drawings and models and stuff they do?
Oh, I can't imagine.
It's no different from when you're doing an animated feature, or even any blockbuster movie.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I used to love watching behind the scenes movies.
Yeah, well, they still do that. No matter what movie they do, models are always made. That's how it always is. Even for the Lord of the Rings movies, I remember they actually sculpted models of each character that they were going to design. They didn't just create them from scratch in the computer.
Yeah, because they need a 3D, 3D view of the character.
What is that noise?
Sounds like typing.
Oh, okay.
Communication error. My first one. Joking.
Well, I think OJ maybe because the stream looks down-ish.
Yeah, the camera's gone. Okay.
What happened? A lot of people disappeared.
Yeah, I got a communication error.
I think we all will here in a moment. I think OJ went down his cache, the server, whatever you want to call it.
So that's it.
I think so.
Well, I think I was on 400 and I can't remember now, 400 and something points.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had 1,022, so Anybody buying that? Anybody? No, I think I've got like 60 if I'm lucky.
I know I did get into the very low hundreds at last.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Oh, actually, I'm 76. Look at that. Yeah.
Not bad, not bad.
For my first
Hello?
time.
Exactly.
Hello.
I'm here.
Oh, right. Here we go.
Oh, Jay, you back?
I'm here.
Oh.
Yeah, we were
I wondered
worried.
what went wrong.
My daughter was doing something stupid.
Well, there was a communication error, and a lot of people got bumped off.
Oh, well, that was definitely not my fault.
Yeah, I got a communication error, but remember, I was on 376 points. Just remember that.
Nice.
It doesn't matter how many points I get anyway. I am not going to be one of the champions in this one. No way.
You can't have that attitude, John. You gotta have the.
Oh, dude, I am so.
Oh, that's very nice.
Good. This is. And it's also just run off the track day, where you just fall off the track for no reason when you're in first place.
I've done that several times.
Yeah, when you're
I know a lot of. Well, this is a tough game anyway.
Have you always used bikes, OJ?
Always. I didn't like Mario Kart 7 because there's no bikes. I hated that game.
Okay.
Mario Kart 7. I wonder what was that the DS one or was that
3DS.
3DS.
Oh,
I can't get used to the bikes.
I
For
like.
some reason, I thought it was on the DS or something.
That's Mario Kart DS. It's just called Mario Kart DS.
Oh gosh, I can't recall. It's hard for me to know which Mario Kart is which.
Yeah,
nowadays.
there's a number of Mario Karts. There's a lot of them. Although there's not as many as Nintendo could have. For how popular the franchise, they could have done a lot more and make a lot more money, but they don't. Yeah, they honestly only do like one Mario Kart per system, which is funny. Which they could totally make more Mario Karts and make more money, but they don't. They only do one Mario Kart usually per system, so.
I mean, because they need a really good game to sell that system. So why would they make it all for that? Why they make two for one system?
Just because they could make a lot more if they did. It's just, I mean, they could just.
Well, I mean, maybe they could do spin-offs.
Well, I mean,
different Nintendo characters.
Even if you look at, like, for example, like, I mean, I can understand, like, for, like, the Wii, why they didn't do another Mario Kart, because, well, I know why, because usually the generations are so short for Nintendo. Like, it's like 3-4 years per generation, usually. The Wii generation went a little bit longer than usual, but yeah, usually there's, like, no time. By the time they're finished the Mario Kart, it's still selling. It's already time for the next system to come out, so that's the reason why they only do one. But I think this will probably be the one Nintendo system that we have with the Switch where we get 2 Mario Karts, so
You think there's going to be another one?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You think that
Well, technically, this one is a port, so I wouldn't count as
Well,
as a
Switch exclusive.
Switch exclusive Mario Kart.
yeah, but they've never even ported, or like we've never even got like another port of a Mario Kart on another system, or like two. We've never gotten like 2 Mario Karts, whether it's a port or not, on a system on one system. So yeah.
Good point.
But you think there'll be a Mario Kart built from the ground up for the Switch?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I definitely think there's going to be a lot of it built up for the Switch.
What's the development time for Mario Kart? What is it, a couple of years? 2-3 years?
According to Nintendo, the development time for Mario Kart from the Wii to Wii U was 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't think they spent all 6 years building the game, but that's they said 6 years. We started working on Mario Kart 8 right after Mario Kart Wii came out.
It'll be interesting to see their newest Zelda game built from the ground up for Switch.
And whenever that comes, that might be a while.
I'd like to know what they're gonna.
Those Zelda games forever to make.
Yeah, they take a while. Although it looks like they're going to be using the engine that they ported over to make optimization. So I mean, it might not take as long as usual, but it's probably going to be before we even see anything. Probably
Those games take forever to make.
It's probably going to be 2019. You know.
But they're always worth it.
Yeah, I would probably say 2019 is when we even get a hint that there's a new Zelda coming. So that would just be my guess. It would be 2019.
in the end, it was worth it though, because Breath of the Wild is a pretty awesome game.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild is amazing. It was worth it.
I don't know if I was right. I saw a video. Was it Game Explain? No, it wasn't. It was Switchforce, and I don't know whether to believe what they say or not. Sometimes they've seen a listing for the release date for Xenoblade Chronicles. Apparently,
Don't believe those listings. Don't believe any of them.
I was going to say they put it out as sometime in December.
Yeah. Don't believe any of those listings because
It ain't official until Nintendo says so.
Well, even then, like the listings have been wrong so many times with Xenoblade. There was already listings that Xenoblade was going to be a 2018 title that Go Nintendo decided to post, and like talk about rumor listing for game and like. That was before E3, and like, oh no, it's incorrect. So I mean, I would not, I would not get it.
Yeah.
I remember that there was one commenter in one video who was keeping on insisting Xenoblade is going to be 2018. It's going to be 2018. It's not going to be 2017.
Well, I mean, I can see why some were like that because they just think like, how can they get this big old RPG out in the first year? And what happened with Xenoblade Chronicles X? But the difference is that the thing is that most people don't research as much as I do. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I've been adamant. Especially since we found out.
Communication error for me.
Oh no, I got one too.
Yeah, a bunch of people just dipped out. The reason why I've been so adamant about this game coming 2017 is because it's built on the same engine that powered Xenoblade Chronicles X. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't have to redo everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I think it's going to be a 2017 game.
And diverting really madly from Xenoblade, and I'm sure you've been asked this, and I'm not going to mention a person's name because I know you know who I'm talking about. What do you think Sony is going to announce around the 19th?
You can mention Dave's name. Dave is a cool dude.
Do you think?
He has a video coming for probably about a week or so.
Do you think it's going to be a handheld?
I don't. This is just my personal belief. It's my personal belief that I don't think Sony's going to announce anything. Any type of like Super Nintendo Switch competitor, because I just don't see any of the tech to do it to make it feasible. And like I said, and I'm just going off of what I see, like what we know as far as chipsets, what can mobile platforms do, what would they use, What is the Razer Edge Pro? What does it use? Yeah, but what does it use? Like, what's the graphics in it? Like, what's the processor? What's the chipset?
I'm not sure, but
Guys, I think we're gonna drop out a little bit early, but I had fun talking with you, and I'll be here for the next one.
All right, take it easy, dude.
John, take care.
Bye.
Take care, mate. Do you know the price of that Razer Edge?
Thanks.
That's
it's like almost like a laptop, gaming laptop.
Exactly.
So and like the form factor.
I'm just saying, like there are chips they can use, but
And I understand, but I said a chipset that's affordable. I said a chipset that they can use that makes the system affordable.
Yeah, that's not technically what in that laptop is not an SoC. Nvidia are way ahead at the moment of AMD when it comes to SoCs.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I mean, we never know because Sony's always undercutting and doing sales and stuff like that. So
I mean, I agree, dude. I mean, they could maybe come with something that's like a modified PS Vita type of chipset, custom chipset or something like that. I mean, I don't know. They could come with something, but I mean. Yeah, I mean, and that would be great. I mean, I don't have a problem with it or anything. I just don't think that there's. I mean, I haven't heard anything. There hasn't been any. Mainstream sites that are reporting on this. Like usually, there's some sites that will pick up on this. There's like Eurogamer, or there's somebody that will pick up on this and report on these type of things.
We heard about the NX, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, we heard about that, and obviously it ended up being wrong. But just YouTubers. But it's just YouTube. It's not websites with more credible sources. Because
Yeah,
all.
they don't have the sources that that IGN or whoever has.
Yeah, like.
They might think they do.
I mean, everyone's referencing Dave in the videos. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's just linking back to what Dave said. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is saying, "Oh yeah, I've also heard that." The whole thing comes from him. So that's where, and he's getting credited for the whole thing. So.
I mean, it's gonna be funny either way. Either way.
And I messaged Dave and I said, Dave, you're not under contract or NDA from Sony or anyone. Why don't you just tell us now? Because what you're doing to people, what it looks like you're doing, you are waiting until whatever Sony announce, you can then turn around and say, bang, this is what I was on about.
Well, what he said he's gonna do a video a week before, so we're gonna see. That's why he's asking for moderators. He's gonna do a video before, a video after they announce it. Well, there's gonna be 3 videos: a video before, a video day of, and after.
The way that he's handling it is ridiculous. The way, like the way, like he's making this thing like the damn Super Bowl, dude. Like,
I feel like he's setting himself up. It'll be like the Switch reveal again. He's saying it's this all along. And then it comes out something completely different, and he doesn't look stupid.
No, I'm not even, because like I said, I like Dave. Obviously, he's a friend of mine.
He's like hyping people up. Oh my god! Oh, it's this new.
Guys, I just figured out what it is. You ready? It's the 4DS.
4DS.
Write it down.
I just don't
write
think,
it down.
I just don't think all of this grandstanding is, or whatever. I don't know if it's even grandstanding. I just don't think all of this teasing and then this all this
even
like.
If it's a new handheld, like let's say it's like a third handheld only, he was saying it's a hybrid, right? So he's gonna like just a handheld.
I mean, if it's a hybrid, maybe this is like a USB to the.
And I love handhelds too. Like I will totally back up with what Peter said. That I love handhelds too. So.
I mean, if anything, you're gonna have fun with it because if it's true, that's why people talking about, oh, this is a good idea after they just buy the Switch. So you can go start telling everybody else.
I remember like he made a video in June saying that if Sony makes a hybrid system, it's gonna be like this and that. Right? So he's been going on with this for a long time.
Yeah.
It's not like he said this back in. So I feel like he's pushing a narrative here, and he wants it to be untrue, and he's just like,
He's basically said, well, a few people have said they're expecting a PS4 level type of portable. Good luck with that. If you don't think you're going to be playing your PS4 games on a portable. Storage-wise, not a chance. Battery life, you can kiss that goodbye.
It would need some heavy customizations for it to be able to handle a PS4 game in the current form factor that PS4 and Xbox One games come in. That's why Switch games, that's why developers have been, like it's not a one-to-one port, whether it's file size, whether it's, whatever you're doing, it's just not a one-to-one port. It's not as simple as just making the game, because of how games are developed on x86 compared to an ARM processor or whatever this thing is. Obviously, it can't use an ARM processor because then the system would be, it can't use an x86 processor because then the system would be huge. Obviously, like you can't have the file sizes because then you'd have to include a huge onboard memory, or you'd have to include an SD card, like a big SD card, and that would be expensive to include like a large size SD card if you jump the price up. So it's just tough to, when people say, oh, well, it's going to be PS4 level, it's like, okay, well, how are you going to fit all of that into a portable form factor? That's going to be tough. So, I mean, maybe they do it. I mean, I don't know. It's just I just don't see, I don't see it happening as simply, and as,
I think it's going to be maybe a couple of exclusives, or even maybe they announce the PS5. I don't know.
Well, I know nobody
I
cares
don't think
about
they
my
would
opinion.
announce a brand new home console at this point.
They wouldn't.
Because
What
it's definitely
was this? What was it? What were you about to say?
Wait, what were you about to say, Squidvicious?
I nobody cares about my opinion, but
No, we
here's the way
care.
I look at it. I mean, Sony has made Sony has made 2 portable systems, and they've both been pretty much, meh. I mean, especially the Vita. You could call it a failure, I think.
Oh yeah, you can call that a failure.
Oh yeah, the Vita was a failure, but like, the PSP like was a success. Like there's some troll on OG's video today talking about how the Switch is basically dead after this comes out. Like, I don't know. So I said, all right, challenge accepted, buddy. So I went after him, and
that's why I don't. I saw that comment, but I don't respond to comments like that anymore, because the Switch.
That's what you have me for.
Yeah,
I'm your troll.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, thank you.
But then like 4 or 5 people like dogpiled him after I talked to him, right?
I mean,
I went after him.
Here's the thing, and like I said, it's always great.
Dogpile me, you know?
It's always great to have competition, but I just personally, from what I've seen from Sony and what's going on with the PS4 right now, like introducing another type of device for maybe this device is to really pick up on the lost sales in Japan, and yeah, it definitely would do good in Japan, but I just don't see Americans, Westerners, you know, buying this type of device at the rate that they would buy it from a system that's fully supported, like the Switch, when it comes to first-party games. So Sony would have to have some way to where your PS4 games play on this thing with no extra cost, you know?
Yeah.
Where's that Dreamcast guy? He said that they got 60 million plus PS4 games. I'm pretty sure a lot of them will pick up the portable. They can play them.
But how would you play your PS4 games
Yeah,
on the go? That's the thing. Like how?
The PS Vita is more like slightly powerful PS3. The Sony
But
actually
it's
They
weak.
still interact though, right? Like,
But it's weaker than the PS.
Like,
But the PS Vita is weaker than it's not as strong as the PS3 though.
Nvidia's new SoC, their Volta, which comes out next year, will be roughly around PS4, the base model, not the Pro level. AMD haven't got anything at the moment close to that. Not an SoC.
And I don't think they're going to be going with NVIDIA. I think Nintendo has an exclusive.
Well, they can't really,
Yeah,
can
can't.
they?
No, I don't think they can, no. I think they have a deal. Nintendo, they have according to NVIDIA, 20-year potential
Yeah, I
relationship.
heard that.
Yeah, so, I mean, maybe they do. I mean, maybe they use this and it's that, or maybe they both use the same thing. Now, here's the thing. If they do, for some reason, if they do use NVIDIA, that's absolutely 100% good for Nintendo. Because games that come over, like, to this new thing, they would obviously be made for both systems. Like,
Exactly.
it would, like, a lot of third-party games, whatever Sony gets, I mean, there's no guarantee that they'd get a ton of third-party games, because the PS Vita didn't get a ton of third-party games from Western developers, you know, so there's no guarantee. But, I mean, if it did, and they did get support, it would be absolutely ridiculous if there wasn't some type of exclusive deal. So it would only benefit Nintendo if they went with NVIDIA, if they both went with NVIDIA, which I don't think they could even do that. I honestly don't think Nintendo would have done it if someone else could just go and do the same thing, like with NVIDIA. But let's just say it did. I mean, then yeah, obviously that's actually not a bad thing for Nintendo.
Switch. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, absolutely.
I still don't think that Sony can handle a portable, the PS4, and supporting VR all at once. I mean, we've seen how Nintendo's handled the 3DS and the Wii U.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's not easy. I agree. It's definitely not. It's not easy, man. It's hard to do those type of things, like to support so many systems. And
didn't they stop? What do you call it? Stop supporting the Vita like a while ago.
well, that's what he's saying. He's saying it's hard to support all three different platforms. You know,
so
equally.
they
yeah,
announced.
Sony did, but like all these other like Japanese, developers keep putting games on it all the time. So.
And the Switch has got quite well. By the time it would come out, the Switch would have quite a big lead already.
Yeah, it would have a. I mean, if this thing was to come out, obviously it would be maybe fall 2018, or maybe mid
if
to.
They announce it like I was thinking about let's say they announce it like on this show, and so that's 19th of September, and it's not gonna come out right away. I mean, because they won't pull a Sega with a Saturn and just it's gonna be out right now, and then everybody's like, hey, what the hell, right? So that doesn't really happen that much with game consoles. So I think there'd be at least months, if not a year or longer, maybe, before they get it out. If anything.
And then once Pokemon hits the Switch,
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, it would play out like every other handheld generation.
It would. It would. And I think it might even be worse than this one because this would be the first generation that Nintendo actually has all their developers, all their main developers on that one system. Whereas with the 3DS, they didn't even have all their developers on the 3DS. They didn't. Well, they did, but they didn't have all their best games on the 3DS. There was a ton of games that they made for Wii U.
Well,
you know. So
I remember like when the 3DS was not doing too well. First 6 months of March till like September of 2011.
yeah.
You know, they already sold like 6 million units before they cut the price, right? You know, I think people forget that, and it's supposed to happen before they cut the price.
Yeah.
Even though at that price point, and then they cut it down, and they sold like another 6 million for the year, whatever. But and then before the Vita ever came out, it had like 15 million sold, right? So, and then Vita barely got 15 million in lifetime, so. It was over before it even started, honestly. Right.
So, and the thing is, like, they could correct a lot of the mistakes. They could make it to where, you know, you play, it uses SD memory. That would correct a lot of the mistakes. You could make it to where, maybe you recycle whatever game cards that you're using, your proprietary game cards that you're using. You can recycle those. I mean, there's a lot of things that Sony could do, but just factoring in like what you're trying to do, like play PS4 games on the go, because anything less than I can play my PS4 library on the go would be a problem, right? Like if it was like a whole new system, like let's say it's a whole new system, it doesn't play your PS4 games on the go, you'd have to develop for it like individually, like so it's like a PS Vita to PS4 situation or whatever the case is, you know, that would be difficult for Sony. You know what I'm saying? That would be a little difficult.
Yeah, it's some scenario. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I have a question for everybody in the chat and you guys. If they did sell portable PS4 that does just like Super
No, not at all.
No.
You need competition. Listen, when they announce that there's gonna be a price drop. That's it. I'll tell you what the Switch will do. Nintendo will respond with a price drop, and the fact is, Nintendo's momentum it's been picking up speed. I mean, look at Sony. They screwed up with the PS Vita, okay, with that stupid what was it called? Customized memory, SD card nonsense they did. They're gonna screw up in some way. And also, I'd like to see what Sony has. I mean, the most portable chip at the moment, okay, the most versatile chip is the Tegra. Does anyone know any response that AMD has to the Tegra? That they're hiding, maybe? Exactly.
Nothing on the market. No, nothing
on the market,
yeah.
Exactly. So they're going to have to make probably something customized. And that's going to cost money. That's going to have to cost money of itself.
That's what I was thinking. That they're going to, maybe they recycle like PS Vita and like to say that we're going to like strap
people,
you know.
People like kind of, a lot of people didn't like the price point of the Switch. Like, oh, that's too much money, like $3. People were, I see people make this point other places in other videos. Like $300 was too high almost, right? And it's funny because it's going to be higher than $300 because they can't make a system for like that much money and there's a massive loss on it.
That's why I don't think this thing is going to be like some type of just simple hybrid system. I think it's going to be something. Maybe it's some type of device that can do a really good job at streaming your. Maybe it's you know how PS Vita has remote play, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a really good version of a PS Vita that can do remote play. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's that.
Okay, that's exactly what I was thinking about. I was thinking that because their remote play with the PS Vita to the PS3 and the PS Vita to the PS4 wasn't such a big hit, that this is kind of like a remote play, what's it called, 2.0. Like that.
Yeah, they like bump up the cable because remote play sucks. It's not good. I mean, it was good before the Switch, but now that you actually have a system that's a real hybrid, remote play is trash. So I mean, if they could like fix remote play to where it's better, where the latency is like a lot better and everything, and like if they could fix it, I think that could be something. And like they charge like $20 for that. That could be cool, you know.
I mean, I like about Sony is every time they do announce the hardware, they always too much lie about it.
Yeah. I just think at the moment Sony's pretty happy sitting back with a very commanding lead over Microsoft.
They're not happy.
Plus, there's also the factor of people don't realize, I think, somewhat that they can't take a huge risk anymore because their company has been diminished so much by the losses they've taken on since 2000, and they lost so much money on the PS3 and you know Vita.
I mean, they have to keep trying. Like they can just have successful systems.
They're in such a good position though. They're in such a good position with the PS4. Like the PS4 is it's like king everywhere in Europe. Like Europe, it's like the king. They're doing so well with the PS4. I mean, it would almost seem to me like it would be weird for them to develop some type of new handheld system hybrid. Like, wouldn't you be eating into your own sales if you developed a hybrid? Like that can, like, let's say it's a hybrid that can play.
It's that possibility of, people liking the idea of having the actual PS4
I don't. But think about this. Think about this though, guys. Let's just say, for example, this thing is a straight up PS4 on the go. It somehow plays PS4 games on the go. It's somehow everything that you. It's like, and it's a hybrid. Why do you need a PS4? To give me.
That's it, exactly.
What do you need a PS4? It's a hybrid.
The whole console. You don't need the PS4.
You say the same thing about people thinking that Nintendo is going to come out with an actual powerful Switch console that you can just play on.
I still don't think they're going to come out. They're not going to come out with an actual Switch console. I don't really think. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like people thinking that, like Dave, he think Nintendo's going to come out with a.
Nah.
Not just him,
Yeah,
but other people too. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? Okay, Dave's kind of wrong on that one. I follow Dave. Okay, since probably.
So
and I've agreed with him with 99% of everything he said, but that one I don't agree with because that doesn't make sense either.
The chat says Okay, so I want to read something from the chat. So I think it's Eatle96 says because you're not going to buy the same thing twice. So he's I think he's agreeing with us.
Yeah, that's my next point actually. Why would the 50 million people who own a PS4 buy this?
I mean, or you'll sell your PS4. I mean, the thing is, it would because like the thing about it is like the 3DS and the Switch are so different. It doesn't really eat into each other because one of them is literally a sub 360p screen, dual screen portable from 2011, and the other one is an HD single screen experience. Like Metroid, like for example.
Yeah, and then it's more powerful.
Capacitive touchscreen versus,
Yeah.
How much more powerful is the new 3DS versus the original 3DS?
Barely.
Barely, okay.
Like,
barely, yeah.
Minuscule. It has
you get the Switch, which is like 150 times more powerful than 3DS.
Exactly. It's literally almost like 100 times more powerful or something like that, So, I mean...
What a leap,
To me, it's like, okay, you're not intersecting because, like, obviously, there's a crowd that can't afford a Switch, right? So they buy a 2DS XL. I'm not buying my daughter's. I wouldn't buy my daughter. Actually, I did buy her one, but I normally wouldn't. And like, the first thing that I bought her was, a DS. Okay, and then I bought her a 3DS. You know what I'm saying? So I can see like I just don't see why Sony would make a hybrid that's pretty much a portable PS4. That plays PS4 and everything, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, yeah, you don't need do you need your PS4 anymore? Like, what do you need your PS4 for? It's a hybrid. You can play on the go. You can play at home.
I love the Vita. There's a lot of great games for it, but it was just like it's been dead in most places for like 3 or 4 years now. Like seriously, I have like a big collection of Vita games. I love it. That's pretty great.
It's obviously got to be. It's got to be something fairly big for them to have a conference or an announcement a week earlier than the actual TGS.
I don't know that it does have to be. I mean, it could be anything from a new CEO to lots of things they can do instead of announcing a new system.
Yeah, there could be a bunch of new games that they're working on with the Japanese audience.
The Tokyo Game Show was like losing relevance, but apparently it's getting its own back, or maybe that's a factor that they wouldn't announce.
And look,
it's like more like an E3 thing,
And I think the only reason why I'm like I said, the only reason why I'm doubting this thing is just because it doesn't make sense. Because apparently, according to him, it's it's going to be a hybrid, and it's going to be PS4, like a PS4 hybrid, and it's like. Oh, nice.
It's like you're cutting out. Okay.
If people were gonna say it was something in between, like say it was like between the PS4 and the Switch somewhere, that would be more realistic. I think with the technology that this want to get out now in Christmas or whatever.
As tight and as secretive as Nintendo were with the NX, information still leaked to certain big websites. Nothing has been leaked to any big website.
People were saying it was going to be a hybrid, like, back in, like, 2013, I think. Like, that's how long it was. People laughed that off, too.
You know how they try to push VR? Would it work if it was an actual handheld but can do VR? It works with the PS4 as well.
So does it play its own games?
Yeah, it plays its own game, but it's also a you know, like the phones, you can do VR on phones or whatever.
Yeah, it's on the same level as like Morpheus or Oculus.
Well,
or
to do proper VR, you've got to be able to render at 1440p.
Like, the company I work for makes a lot of like high-end gaming PCs, and only some of them can actually run VR. A lot of them can't, and these are optimized for gaming. So you need some serious hardware to be able to run VR. So I don't think a handheld can do this.
And from what I understand, I mean, from what people have been telling me, I mean, VR is cool on PlayStation 4, you know, but it's pretty crappy compared to the Hive, like the HTC Hive. From what I understand, like the Oculus and PS4 VR are not very good VR compared to the Hive. Hive is like really good VR.
The HTC Vive is like top of the range.
Yeah, top of the line.
It is top of the range.
Okay.
Yeah, it's top of the line by far.
I think Oculus outstrips PSVR too as well.
So now you're talking about having a portable. Also, I mean, how crappy would the VR be on that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey guys, looking in the chat, Tony Jin asked, "Doesn't Sony always have a pre-TGS conference annually?"
I think that they do, don't they? They usually do have something, or they'll have
do. I think the big thing about this one is the first time that they announced the time for it. They never announced it like this early in advance. I think that's the thing that's hyping it all up.
Okay.
And I will say, apparently, someone reminded me the other day when they announced this in the Twitter, it had hashtag PS4, hashtag Vita.
Well, maybe. I mean, they're not going to announce it, right? You know, whatever.
Yeah,
is right
but
there, but
maybe it is something to do with PS4 across the Vita or something, like you
like
said.
I would not be surprised.
Like new games for the PS4 and the Vita.
I mean, it could be new games.
No, like OJ said, like a better what do you call it?
Remote play thingy.
Remote play.
Yeah. Because the Sony's in a tough spot. But if like I said, they're in a tough spot. If they make a completely new system that doesn't play PS4 games, someone that you've already purchased, that's a problem. Like I said, that's a problem for many people. Because people aren't gonna. I don't think Sony's fan base are going to rebuy games. Are going to rebuy games just to play it on their portable. I don't see them doing that when they have a perfectly good system to sit down and play in front of their TV, and can do remote play. You know, if they wanted to do remote play and play a game on the go. I mean, if you have a solid internet connection and everything, and your walls are paper thin, then remote play is really really good for you. You know,
Wi-Fi in North America is not very good. The coverage is not like everywhere.
A lot of people have crappy internet in North America. Have like really bad internet.
You know, right? Because all those trash connections will play. So that's what it's on with right now.
Yeah. America, we have one of the worst internet. I mean, out of all the countries,
it might be
one of the worst.
feasible in like Japan or Korea, where they have like Wi-Fi everywhere you go for free.
And it's fast.
Yeah, and it's fast. Like, that's a better point. See, I think people forget this, but there was a 3G version of the Vita that nobody bought pretty much.
Yeah.
But so some people were saying like, oh, they'll have that again, you know, but that's the version of the Vita that nobody bought. Like mine's the Wi-Fi only version as well, and you had to like only one company in each country had the contract for the data for the PS Vita 3G.
Yeah, AT&T here.
Yeah, AT&T in the States. Yeah. So.
And of course, a lot of people are referencing that patent that was filed in 2015. But a lot of patents companies file, but nothing ever comes of it.
Okay, so hold on. We got a question. We got a comment from the MTY1983 says Sony makes this conference every year, so it's not out of ordinary. So that's what at least he's saying. I got to double check on things. So I mean, I don't know. But I mean, I don't know. It just seems. I mean, like I said, they might do it. So I mean, they have But I think it was Olu who said that, like, or was I'm not sure if it was Olu, but someone said that pretty much Sony's business has pretty much all reliant upon almost like pretty much PlayStation. PlayStation is their biggest driving factor out of all of their business. I know their movies are making a little bit of a comeback, but I mean, can they take that risk of just having?
They're all trash though, right?
What was it?
Sony, they did Spider-Man. They did Spider-Man. That was a big hit for them. So
up until 4 months ago, the only part of Sony that was making a profit was their Japanese insurance business. Up until 4 months ago.
And the PlayStation.
Spider-Man: Homecoming was done by them in Marvel, so I guess that would count as a good one.
And, you know, another thing that someone Tony in the comment section says, like, you know, Sony's been pushing you know, like 4K, PS4 Pro. It just, I don't know, with this thing obviously wouldn't be part of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't be part of this graphics revolution that Sony usually goes for. So you know, that they've been going for a while now, even with the portables.
They're pushing for true 4K, aren't they? You know, and like Microsoft.
Yeah, I mean, and developers want PS5. I already know developers want PS5 already. They already want it. Yeah. We all know they want it. So,
and a lot of laptops render, or at least it's like 300. Oh, it's 3,800, not so much 4K. Well, that is 4K. And those laptops are high-end gaming laptops that can do 4K. So it doesn't seem feasible on a handheld.
Yeah, that's not, the 4K is definitely not, it's not that happen on a portable,
Well, until Nvidia's Volta comes out, then it will be possible.
Maybe Sony's made a custom SoC with AMD. That's definitely possible. We need to at least put that out there that it's possible.
What, made a deal with Nvidia?
No, made a deal with AMD to make a custom.
Oh, AMD.
Yeah, to make a custom. I mean, that's possible, right?
Yeah, it would cost a lot of money, but yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
Especially with what AMD have put out recently in terms of desktop graphic cards and their new processors for like gaming PCs. Yeah. But in terms of SoCs, not so much.
Yeah. Maybe they have some.
It would be a big handheld too.
And can you think of the battery life? What battery you would need in
I don't know how Sony would do it. I don't know. I mean, I would say that the PS Vita is a pretty good.
Listen, let me put it this way: Sony don't have a clue. They really don't have a clue on how to do it. They're not going to go. Well, they'll be stupid.
PS4 games. You would need the.
On the go. What are they going to call it? The PS4 Go.
Maybe. that's a good name.
You would need a hard drive inside there because some of those games are 50, 60 gigabytes.
That's true.
And they don't even, and their compression sucks anyway. I'm telling you, look at the what already happened with the Switch. Okay, now that NBA is coming out and saying we're still going to release an SD card. Of course, most of us have gone, yeah, we don't really care about that. You know, because still, most of the storage is still going to be on the game. But then after this, Nintendo is having that problem. Or third parties are having that problem with Nintendo. Sony, nah, they're going to have to go back to using their universal media disc nonsense.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Hard drive.
That's a good. I mean, that's a good point. I mean, somehow all the issues that came about with the Switch, as far as like, what are you going to do for storage? What are you going to do for this? It would just evaporate on a Sony portable. It would just be completely gone. All the issues that you face would just be completely gone on a Sony portable. You know.
They're going to put a Blu-ray drive inside a portable.
I like that one.
No, it has to be a.
I mean,
it should be a Blu-ray.
It's a 4K.
Like, hey guys, in 2 years from now, we're gonna put out this. Once we get the proper chipsets and whatever, then we'll have PS4 games on the go. Because in 2 years, they'll probably announce their new home console, right? So
they could announce a PS5, and the PS5 could be a hybrid.
But I think the PS5 could be a hybrid. It could be a very expensive hybrid. Maybe it's a $375 or $400 hybrid, and Sony's taking a hit at like $50 to $60 on every single one. And like you can play it, like if you play it in portable mode, the graphics go down. If you play it in console mode, like you have like a supplemental computing device.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like. Yeah, maybe it's the size. I mean, who knows what they're going to do? Either way, whatever they're going to do, in my opinion, they're always going to push tech. and their fans are always going to want them to push tech, and it's just not going to be the same thing as like kind of what Nintendo's doing with the Switch. I just don't think it would. But I mean, like I said, if they did, there would have to be obvious compromises, or there'd have to be extra parts being sold with it. And I just don't see Sony currently, you know, opting to do something like that. You know, like I've said lots of times already, it would just seem difficult. You know.
PS4 is still selling in Japan, so I don't think Sony are like really scared. They're killing it in North America. They're killing it in Europe.
Killing it in Europe. Europe is the big one that they're really doing well. Yeah.
So the PS5, I think, is going to be a console that's going to be absolutely every game will be 4K. None of this upscaling. It will absolutely be 4K.
Well, you mean with PS5?
Yeah, 4K 30.
Yeah, it's going to be true native 4K.
Yeah, true native 4K, 30 frames per second.
30 frames per second. Some will be, OJ, some will be 60 frames per second.
Yeah, some will be 60. Yeah, some will be 60.
Majority will be 30.
Majority will be 30, but some will be 60. And yeah, that's what I think they're going to really go for. I mean, like I said, the biggest thing for me is I don't see why they need to enter this untold hybrid device race thing. It doesn't, like, it made sense for them to enter the portable market, right? It made sense for them to enter the portable market with the PSP. It made sense for them to try something again with the PS Vita. At this point, I don't see how it makes sense for them to go after this thing, unless it's a remote play thingy. Unless it's like a remote play thingy. That's the only thing that I'd be like, okay, I could see that, you know?
Yeah. I reckon, yeah, just coming back to this, just in summary, I reckon it's just going to be like a remote play 2.0. Oh, look, you can now play outside your house. Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can do that right now, but it just sucks.
Yeah, that's what it said. With stronger fidelity, you can see one of those Sony things coming up and then explaining it, making it sound as if it's better than a hybrid, even though we all know.
I've never done remote play, so I don't know what it's like.
Well, I can tell you, the thing, for remote play, it works well for some people, it works really well, but the problem that I encountered was when I was playing Persona 5 remote play, and anytime that I would, like, go out of my room, it would get, like, the graphics just, boom, just took a doogie. Anytime that I would, like, go too far, it would just completely cut, and then sometimes even, and I have really good network, a really good router, really good network, and then sometimes, like, if you press the sleep button, it just disconnects from your PlayStation 4. And then you have to resync, you have to resync up as if it's two separate devices, because it is.
If you've got
really good... really fast, surprisingly, like if you put it down for 2 seconds, it goes to sleep real fast.
Yeah, and then you're desynced, and then you have to resync, and it just takes way too much time. So then when I was, because that's how I was playing Persona 5 for a while, but I'm like, this is stupid. I'd rather just have it on a real port. Like make Persona 5 on the PS Vita, and I would have bought a PS Vita back again, or I would have just bought the PS Vita version of Persona 5. You know.
Surprisingly, the Vita could handle the P5 without promo, like, because it's a PS3 game anyway. So
if they made the engine, they'd have to port the Catherine engine that
I was
Catherine
going to
runs
say,
on
if you've got really good Wi-Fi, why when you moved out of a certain range was the Vita taking a hit?
It was the best-selling Persona game up until
probably. It might have something to do with actually the Vita's online connection on the Vita, to be fair, because it's not always to do with the strength of the Wi-Fi, it's also to do with the kind of signaling, the sort of technology inside the Vita that affects the Wi-Fi. Also, latency is also an issue as well. Some people may have strong Wi-Fi, but then after it's kind of pinging the latency, you can't really see these things when you're doing like a remote connection.
Yeah, it's not much better than the Wii U connection distance.
But and that's the thing. Like, for some people, it's like better, and then for others, it's just, I guess it's just not as good. But for me, it just wasn't. It wasn't an enjoyable experience. It was a horrible experience, and I just like, okay, well, you know what? I don't need the PS Vita anymore. I don't need this Vita. I don't need, you know, I still have a PS Vita TV somewhere in my house. I have to find it. I still have that. After I moved, I don't know where it went. After I moved, it went somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but
It's so small, right? It's like a little black card.
Yeah, it's tiny, and I didn't have the box for it, so I don't know where I put it. So it's probably somewhere in my garage. I don't know. But anyway,
can I be annoying and interrupt? Are you playing Mario? Are you playing Mario Kart online?
I am, sir.
Yeah, I woke up and saw your live stream. I thought it was an old one, but apparently you're playing live. So,
It's currently right now.
yeah, how do I get on that?
Just go. The code should be in the title. Although the tournament is ending in about 10 minutes. So yeah.
Oh,
so
really?
yeah.
Are you telling me that I'm late to this live stream?
Just a little bit.
Severely?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know you're in the. You're in the
I'm in the UK. Yeah.
So I know you're kind of a different time zone there. So I'm sorry about that.
Kind of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I woke up and then after this, it came up on my phone that you're doing a live stream, and I was like, no, he's not. You can't be doing a live stream.
What?
Don't you ever sleep?
No.
Vampire.
No,
Vampire.
I don't. I actually don't sleep too much, to be honest. And then during the weekends, I sleep a lot on the weekends, and I don't sleep too much during the week.
What World Cup match were you watching?
No, I wasn't watching a World Cup match. Not me. No. I didn't.
Oh right. Oh
I
sorry.
was watching Mario Kart match, not World Cup. No.
Oh sorry.
Is there any World Cup matches out at all?
Yeah, England played. What was it last night? Or night before last?
How did we do? I can't remember.
We won 2-1, but
we're never gonna win the World Cup though. You know that, right?
Rashford, what an idiot! He knew the game was being televised, yeah. And what does he go and do to one of the players on the opposite team? He gives him the bird, and he and he goes and gets a 4-match ban.
Oh,
wait, 4 games?
Yeah.
You're kidding me! He got suspended for 4 games for flipping someone off?
Yeah.
That's England for you.
Jesus Christ! I mean,
yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott is about to be suspended for hitting someone, and he's only getting 6 games.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
The camera was on him. The camera was on him. He looked at one of the opposition players, and he flipped him the bird. And the commentators at the time said, "Oh, he shouldn't be doing that." We found out today he's got a 4-match ban for doing it.
Oh my gosh, that is a lot. Imagine sexual assault. I think you're banned for life.
Is Sweeney still here?
Yep.
Who was it that hit the ref and got a 10-game ban in hockey?
Dempsey?
Yes.
Was it? Clint Dempsey, yeah.
Yeah. Actually went up, cross-checked a ref, knocked him down, and got a 10-game suspension. That was it. A referee.
Wait, are you talking about soccer or hockey?
Hockey.
Oh, hockey. He played for the Bruins for a bit. Blake Wheeler,
right?
Something Wheeler, right?
Maybe.
But oh yeah, I remember that. That was bad. That's a lot worse than just flipping someone off.
Yeah, that's insane that he gets that many games for flipping someone off.
Yeah, exactly.
That's insane. 4 games?
Yeah, and they can't be like friendly games. They have to be tournament games.
And does he lose pay? Is it also no pay as well?
Well, when you play for England, you don't get paid anyway.
This is world. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they say the privilege of paying for your national team is pay enough.
Yeah, and
so
also
that's partly why England never seems to perform well as they do.
I was about to say that. Like, oh yeah, maybe if he actually hit, then he actually wins something.
well, I mean, you do get a lot of exposure and fame from playing, in that. So there can be monetary value after you're done, like sponsorships and stuff like that. So I mean,
and we have won the World Cup in 1966.
Yeah, in 1966. Come on.
Wasn't too long
ago. In 1966. Okay, 1986 we almost won it again. In 1990 we almost won it again. But ever since then we've been almost. Now we can't even get to the quarterfinals.
I'll never forget the time the USA knocked us out. I'll never forget.
Really? That's embarrassing.
We got hat tricked, I think, by a part-time guitar player. Now that's when I stopped watching international football. We got beaten 3-1 by the USA. 3-1, and they were like, "Yeah, he's a part-time substitute. Yeah, he's a part-time guitar player. Part-time guitar player comes in and scores against us. That's still etched in my brain. I'm done. I was done.
I want to call you something very mean right now.
Go right ahead.
Sweetie, you G. Williker.
Gee Williker, that's the best you can do? Oh, that's so cute.
Oh my gosh, that was so mean what you just did.
Sweeney's doing his stuff still.
Like weak sauce and so.
Oh my god.
Got right by that bomb.
It like flipped me backwards. Jesus Christ.
Sweeney, you won 480 points.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, we're at a long race here. Sweeney, you're gonna be tired in the morning, dude. I don't know if this is worth it.
You know what? Okay, I really kind of wish I got, because I'm a bit rusty on Mario Kart, but I was really good. But Splatoon happened.
Everyone's rusty in Mario Kart, to be honest. Like,
but you have nothing to worry about. I mean, I'll make sure that I'm every time. Because I am terrible at this game. I started playing today, basically.
You started playing today?
Yeah.
Oh wow, damn. I remember the first time when I got the game and I woke up and started playing, and that time they used to do cross-service with Japan. I don't know if they still do that anymore. Man, annihilation.
Okay, hold up. We have some breaking news. Resident Evil Revelations 2 on the Nintendo Switch is 26 gigabytes. They did no compression from the PS4.
What? Wow.
Those lazy pricks.
Capcom beat Capcom.
Capcom being Capcom. You know something, okay? You know what I want to see from Capcom, okay? Since they want to start revisiting the old franchises and putting them on the fit. I want to see Street Fighter Alpha 3. That was one of my favorites. I want to see Third Strike. I want to see games like that. Put that on the fucking Switch and see that take off. I mean, they put what's the Street Fighter called? They put on there. Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm telling you, but you know Capcom.
All the characters DLCs are out, and nobody really cares about it anymore.
You know what? Okay, Capcom. Okay, listen, Capcom are beginning to do a bit of an EM. Man, fuck Capcom. And yeah, I'm gonna swear. Because you know what? Okay, at the end of the day, if they're gonna keep half-arsing games, okay, or not compressing them properly on the Switch, take the Switch seriously. Do you know something? Why I'm pissed for Capcom? Resident Evil technically was dying by the 2000s when they put it on the GameCube. It took off again when they put those remakes. Then they put Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube. It took off again. Then they decided they were going to put it on the PS2, which caused that problem inside Capcom as well as outside with the fans. Okay, then Resident Evil started to take off, then they got on the PS3 and all that stuff. But the GameCube, Nintendo helped revitalize that series. It was not going to go further than it was, and people know that, and that's a fact. Check it out. It's true. But you know what? They kind of own it.
I will say this. I will say this. Like, if people wanted the exact same feed as the PS4 and Xbox One, well, here you go. Now you're getting it. You're getting your file sizes. Everyone was saying, "No, why don't you want? But everyone was saying you want PS4. We want third-party, big third-party games." Okay, well, here you go. Don't complain about file sizes now that you're getting what the PS4 and Xbox One gets, which is massive file sizes.
You know what? File sizes are a problem for me. I got a 2 terabyte SD card, so I don't really give a shit. And yeah, they do exist. I heard you speaking about it earlier. Yeah, they do exist. So.
Yeah, because the Switch can handle those, right?
Yeah, they can. Yeah. A friend of mine called Adam. He's on my Twitter. He follows me on Twitter. Yeah, he got me that. So you know.
I'm just saying.
I don't know how much he paid for it. He gave it to me for free. So,
the problem that I'm seeing is that we're seeing people who said, "Oh, well," I mean, like I said, I don't want to blanket everyone, but we're seeing people said, "Oh, I want third party," and then okay, now this is what happens with third party. These are the type of things that come up with third party, these massive file sizes. So I'm not complaining because I'm the one who said, okay, well, let's get some third party. Well, this is what's going to happen. They're not going to release Resident Evil Revelations on the PS4 and Xbox One, and then you want the full experience. You don't want anything gimped. You want everything. Okay, well, this is how big the game is. It's 26 gigabytes. The game is 26 gigabytes. You know what I'm saying? So this is what you get.
For me.
This is what you get. So I don't really want to see people I don't want to see too many people complain about file sizes because if more third-party games come over, what do you think they're going to do? You think they're going to put them on PS4 and Xbox One and they're 40 gigabytes, and then on Switch, let's make this 5 gigabytes like Nintendo's games. How are they going to do that? You know what I'm saying? That's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
They're not going to have time to optimize it to actually compress it that far.
Yeah, exactly. They're not. So
people should have expected that kind of file size anyway, regardless. So, man.
So
the chat think is Nintendo fault.
But you will inevitably see people start complaining. Oh my God, that's a big file size. Well, you wanted these games, so.
Well, it's not. How is that Nintendo's fault with on a cart? If Capcom wants to do a big file size game, how is that Nintendo's fault?
That's what I told.
No. All right, you know what? Okay, you know what? The only time I will ever rain on Nintendo about file sizes is when it comes to their own games.
Yeah, their own games, yeah.
Third parties, exactly, because they got more time to optimize and to compress. But third parties, I ain't complaining at all. So if anyone's whining about file size, get yourself an SD card. That's what it's for.
I mean, isn't Zelda the biggest game so far?
Yeah.
It is. 13 gig, isn't it?
13 gigs for Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the other games are less than 5.
Yeah, 13. 13 gigs. The biggest game is Dragon Quest. That's like 30. That's on a 32 gigabyte cartridge, so that's about 32. Yeah, so pretty big game there. But I think Square Enix got special and early access to that cartridge. I just don't think everyone has access to that, or it's really expensive. I think.
But you know what Capcom could have done? They're doing a physical release of Resident Evil Revelations. They could have done a physical release of Revelations 2, but it's a digital download only.
Yeah, because that's where you can that's where you can say, okay, Capcom's being cheap on us. That's where you can say they're being cheap on us, because yes, that is absolutely being cheap on us. Like them not wanting to do that. Absolutely. They have to pay for the amount of cartridges that they buy. Like you have to. I mean, it's the same thing with Blu-rays. You have to pay for the amount of Blu-rays, but optical media is super cheap. You're absolutely right, and I'm personally not blaming them for wanting to go cheap on a port of an old game that you can buy, that people have been able to buy. So if they wanted to do that and they're going to pass the cost to us. It was either they pass the cost to us or we probably don't get it at all.
Okay, you'll know this. Someone told me this, and I wasn't sure whether to believe them. Third parties have to buy their cartridges from Nintendo. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought they could go to any cartridge supplier and buy them.
No, because there's not many cartridge suppliers that do the type of cartridges that for the it's not like an SD card. You know what I'm saying? It's not that simple. Yeah.
It's the same company that does the 3DS cartridge.
It is. It's the same. So I mean, there's not really any other, and I don't think even if there was another company, I doubt they'd be able to offer the same prices.
Did they probably do the DS too? Probably, imagine.
I don't know if they did the DS. I just know that they did the 3DS.
Man, because if they have that, that's 3 generations of systems that they did successfully, right? Supplied them with.
Yeah, exactly. And MTY is saying the same thing. He's saying, okay, you can't have it both ways. You can't have. You want third-party games. Developers aren't going to compress and compress and compress. I mean, maybe they'll do a little bit of compression. Maybe they'll compress some music or something like that, but they're not going to compress everything. Resident Evil Revelations is Revelations 2 is a big file size. There's a ton. This thing that people don't understand. Resident Evil Revelations 2, it comes with all the DLC. It comes with everything that's been released in the game to this point. So maybe it wasn't 26 gigabytes when it first launched, but it's 26 gigabytes now with everything.
Well, then that's worth it then.
Yeah, it comes with everything. Everything that's been released in this game, the raid mode, the co-op, everything in this game that's been released is on that 26. That's the reason why the file size is big. And even then, for everything in the game, that's actually not too bad compared to other games.
Hey, Ojo, I was going to ask you a question, okay, with regards to that. Are you going to pick it up? Is Revelations any good? I've never played it.
Revelations, people like Revelations 1 than 2, better than 2. I think Revelations 1 is very good. I actually really like that game. Revelations 2, I've only played the first chapter on the Xbox One, and I didn't think it was bad. It's just like Resident Evil Revelations 1, but it has a co-op mechanic. And this game has co-op. This game has co-op built in with single Joy-Con. It also has HD Rumble, so this is probably going to be the best version of the game. With that, it also has IR aiming controls as well. So those are some really good additions to the game. Like, I can't stress how good HD Rumble, IR aiming, and single Joy-Con co-op is. Because Resident Evil co-op is actually dope. I played it one time co-op, and it's very good co-op. The raid mode too. The raid mode is online. You can play that on Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 both have raid mode co-op, and that is actually a blast to play. It's very fun to play.
Raid mode on Revelations 2, I think is fantastic.
It's a very good mode.
Oh,
it's like a horde mode type of game. And like the thing about Revelations, it's not just a simple shooter. Like you get upgrades and like you can like loadouts and abilities. So it's definitely it takes it a little bit a step further than what you would see and what you can do with your characters. Each of the characters also have special abilities as well. So it's a pretty cool and fun game to play as far as co-op goes. So yeah, I really like the Revelations games. I like them more than the VR simulator. I played the VR simulator and I did not like the VR simulator. So but that's just my opinion on what I like more. Some people say Resident Evil 7 is better. I say Revelations is better, but that's just me. I don't want to play first person Resident Evil. That's stupid. I think first person Resident Evil is dumb, but that's just me.
But to anyone who is complaining about file sizes, you want next year's Battlefield, Star Wars Battlefront on the Switch?
I know.
Oh yeah.
Wait till you see that
What
one.
is that? That's what, 50 gig or something, 60 gig, something crazy like that. You know what? Okay, listen, Twitch fans. Okay, in the comment section, let me just say this: get your SD cards ready, because size matters.
You're gonna need it, and then not only that, but you probably need it for like, it's just one of those like, third-party games. Like I don't know if people thought that they'd just be able. You know what I thought? People thought that they were going to just basically compress everything to the point to where they just fit on a 32 gigabyte cartridge, even if it was bigger than 32 gigabytes. They'll just compress, and I never thought that they would. I just thought that the games just wouldn't come over. The games that were just too big they'd just be like, screw it, just don't come over. I mean, that's what I personally felt was going to happen, like with a lot of the games, which could still happen. We don't know Battlefield or if these other huge, massive games that are that are 70 or 60 gigabytes. We don't know if those games are coming. So.
Okay, cut out. Okay. You just cut out, OJ. OJ?
Yeah, I'm back here. My daughter, my daughter did something stupid in my room again. I'm sorry. She put hot sauce in the peanut butter and pepper in the peanut butter while I was playing. So.
Oh wow.
She spiked.
But that's
So.
But that's what the SD card is there for, and that's what it's been there for from the beginning. And I think it's a fair compromise. What's the first game to use it? It's NBA, isn't it? Yeah. And I don't know how much is going to have to be downloaded onto an SD card. Maybe 5-6 gigabytes. I don't know, something like that. I think that's a fair. If you want that game, if you want those games coming to the Switch, that's the solution they found.
I mean, couldn't they do that for FIFA? Give it to Journey mode, like put half of it in
No, they didn't want to. Frostbite is
They were
powered.
lazy.
Yeah, they didn't want to program Journey mode, like make a scratch.
It was too hard for them.
They didn't want to make a scratch version of Journey mode for the Switch, but I mean, if you look at when they got their dev kits, which was 2016, would they've been able to create the custom engine for the game, also create the Journey mode from scratch with the amount of resources they had? Probably not. Based on what EA was giving them, probably not. So, I mean, that's just basically what it comes down to. That's the reason, why they're not getting it. But I would have liked them in its place make a couple cheat modes or things that you could have done in the time to make up for it. At least that's something that they should have done, Like add a different. Okay, well, here's a Switch exclusive mode. Maybe we can't do the Journey, but we can do this instead. And to make up for that, which we've seen games do, like Wii games that were on PS3 and 360. I mean, we saw that too with Wii games, you know, where they made an exclusive mode or something that was only available on Wii that wasn't on PS3 and 360. So, you know, they could have done that, but they didn't do that.
But we really want their beloved Frostbite engine, don't we?
We want that amazing Frostbite.
Oh hell no. Well, yeah, we do. It's so amazing and everything. Do you know something? Let me say it like this. Those modes that are missing from the EA FIFA edition, they're bringing onto the Switch. I reckon they're going to do this. They're going to watch and see the sales of EA, of what's it called, of FIFA. EA are going to watch the sales, and then after this, they're going to release it as downloadable content. But you know what? Anyway, you know what? Or maybe they'll release it as downloadable content, which we can access through EA Access. Woo! There you go. You know what? Forget EA. I don't care about the Frostbite engine. I mean, look how good that was on what's it called, Mass Effect. Yeah, that great engine, that awesome engine. It's so good. I mean, Unreal has nothing. It's nothing compared to that engine. Neither the Luminous engine. But you know what? Okay. EA is the future. The Frostbite engine. It's all about the Frostbite. Okay?
Well, for EA it is.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
It's all about their
good luck, EA.
It's all about their Frostbite engine because it saves them, you know, a ton of money on licensing to do Frostbite. You know,
that's the reason. Yeah.
Yeah, it saves them a ton of money because their games sell a lot, and the more your game sells, the more you owe. And Unreal Engine 4, you know, or Unreal Engine in general, that's what they used to use for their games. They used to use a lot of Unreal Engine 3 for their games. Mass Effect was all built on Unreal Engine. Yeah, if you're selling, you know, 6-7 million...
They'd be paying Epic a lot of money.
Well, that's why Epic's executives that's why Cliffy B was making $20 million at one point for Epic. You know, I don't see why he was also the creator of Gears of War, so that's also another reason why
that's true.
He made a ton of money off of that game in particular.
Well, Gears of War,
yeah, Gears of War. He was already rich before Gears of War, but Gears of War really skyrocketed his value.
That was the game that kind of brought him into the limelight, because most people know Cliffy D through Gears of War.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and if you look at it, Gears of War came out like 10 years ago, 11 years ago.
11 years ago now. Yeah, 11 years ago now.
Yeah, when I first saw that game on a 360, I just fell in love with HD graphics. I was like, wow, I didn't even realize the 360 was this powerful.
Absolutely. That's when that game came out, that's when I decided I needed an HD TV, was Gears of War. That was the game I was like, okay, I think I need an HD TV. I think that was what made me. But HD TVs back then were like, for like a 17-inch, I bought mine for $570 for for a 17-inch HD TV back in the day, dude. Like used, not even new, used. So lightly used. So yeah, man, HD TVs were expensive back then.
You know that game that he's just released on Steam, that Lawbreakers?
Yeah.
If you look at last week's statistics, at peak time, there were 380-something players playing that game.
He just needs to. He can turn it around, like you said. There's still time to turn that game around. In my opinion, there's still time. It just needs more exposure, more people playing, add more stuff. Just keep on trying to make the game better. I mean, I know it looks bad now, but PC market's big. You know, you never know what can happen in the future. But yeah, it doesn't look too good right now. Yeah, it's not looking good.
And then you get a game like PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds that's just topped 10 million sales.
10 million for that game. That's not even a complete game. It's still, I guess, in like somewhat beta or something like that. Yeah, early access or something like that. So it's pretty good. Like your game's not even like official, like, and it's like 10 million sold. That's pretty good. But it's not expensive though, isn't it? Like it's like 20, $30 or something.
In my money, it's £26, I think.
Okay, so it's 30. It's about 30 bucks or so.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's not. I mean, it offers a lot of content for what you get, and everyone's playing it. It's the #1 game on Twitch.
Yeah, Burrito keeps trying to get me to buy it, but I'm like, no, I don't play them sort of games.
Yeah, that game is great to watch, man. Like, it is amazing to watch. My favorite streamer is a guy named Silent Sentry, and all he does is play that game. He has really long hair, and he's a very you can tell that he's an older guy. He's not super old or anything like that, but
Is he on YouTube or Twitch or both?
and you can tell that he's definitely been doing this for a while. He has a nice setup as far as his stream setup goes. Yeah, I just watch him play. He streams every other day, all day, for like 12 hours every other day.
Wow.
Yeah, and I watch him. He's a professional streamer, obviously, and I watch him play. Player Unknown Battle. I watch him play that game I won't watch all day, but I'll watch for about an hour. So like when I'm doing like housework or something like that, you know. And it's great. It's great to watch. It's a great game to watch. But just me playing it, I don't want to be dropped into the middle of a battlefield with looting weapons from places that. And then there's like no bet. It's like you get points, but it's like you don't get any upgrades or abilities for like the next match or anything. So that automatically lost me when they said, "Oh well, you just start off over again with nothing." I'm like, "All right, I'm good. I'll watch."
Yeah, it's not my sort of game.
Yeah, not my sort of game either.
I'm not really gonna get into like MMORPGs again because I did that with a game called Fiesta, and I was really popular on the game, and I was on a server called the FF server back in the day, and I was really freaking popular. I used to win some of their competitions. 7 years. The reason why I told you, OJ, one time that the PS3 is my most underutilized console was because of that game. MMORPGs, they suck you, man, and there's always going to be something you've got to do. They go on forever and ever, that sort of thing. Even while you're waiting for the new catchphrase, you know, you can do so much more. I had to just put it to one side. I'm not going back there ever.
Well, I will make one more announcement too. This will be the last game because we've been going for a lot longer than I wanted to go for.
I tried to get on and I couldn't get on. I didn't know. When you put the Tourney code, was that a friend code or something?
No. Anybody can use the Tourney code. So
how do you use
for
it?
about 3 hours.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been. Yeah, we've been on for 3 hours on the dot, actually.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? Okay. You know what? I'm off next week anyway, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then you can join in for. You can join in for all of the stuff.
Do you do this every week, like Mario Kart tournament? Every like Wednesday, Thursday.
I do this every week. We have at least 2 of these where we'll play either Splatoon or we'll play Mario Kart. One of those 2 games. We've been playing. The last few of them have been Splatoon because the overwhelming majority want to play Splatoon. But Natasha really wanted to play Mario Kart, so I made an exception to play Mario Kart.
And we all love Natasha. So.
And we all absolutely.
We all love Natasha.
Natasha actually pulls the strings of everything behind the scenes. So if she tells me to do something, the chances are, I mean, she never does, but if she asks a request, then I'm probably going to listen to her almost like 100% of the time. So.
Hey Natasha, request this next week. I want to play you guys on Mario Kart.
Even if I did, even before, like because she didn't start donating crazy amounts beforehand, but even beforehand, she was super nice. She would share my videos. She got me a lot of subscribers and followers. So even then, she's been super nice. She gifts me games on Steam. She's just nice in general, but she's very nice to a lot of people though. It's not just me.
She's the best. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. Yeah, she said that she's practicing though. She wants to get a little bit more practice in Splatoon before she joins us. Yeah.
Hey, I got to admit though that last week Saturday, or was it Sunday your time? But Saturday for us. No, it was Sunday for us actually.
Sunday for you guys.
What happened is, yeah, for you. That was good though. I mean, we won, what was it? Was it 2 or 3 matches? And the last match we won it.
And we won the whole thing. Team Flight Boys.
Yeah, we won the whole thing. Team Flight, baby. Team Flight.
We won the whole thing, so that was good. And
bye-bye invisibility. I'm not really shocked we won, to be fair, because we were doing kind of good.
Am I the only one that went with invisibility?
No,
you were the only one that I know that went invisibility. That was in OJ's chat. The rest of us were
I think the problem that I had with I mean, first of all, I picked what you guys told me to pick on Twitter. Although it was a very close battle between the two, it was very close. It was like only a few percentages away. But I will say that like the invisibility, the way that they had it lined out is that like your clothes don't also become invisible. Like your clothes still show.
The thing is though, you wouldn't need to wear clothes because you're invisible.
I know, but what if your powers acted up or something like that? Like, what if something happened?
They had some sort of material like in the Fantastic Four.
Well, what about if you're flying at 35,000 feet and your power suddenly runs out?
Like everything's like, you boo.
People were saying they pick invisibility because they were invisible in life. So
It's like, well, nobody pays attention. Nobody pays attention to me anyway, so I might as well just be it for real. No, but okay, guys, I've got to call it here. I've got to make some content for you guys. So thank you so much to everyone who joined. I do appreciate it. That was a very fun and a long racing.
Long stream.
Yeah, you got. It's really early in the morning for you guys.
Oh yes, finally! I got 5,000 coins. The last unlockable, I did it.
Nice.
What do you get? What do you get for getting that many coins?
Gold something.
You get the gold flyer or glider.
Nice,
I've got
nice.
that already.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. I want to thank everyone for joining me. I do appreciate it. Like I said, I'm gonna get some content ready for you guys in the morning. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for everyone who joined. Thank you, Natasha, for moderating the chat. And thanks, Olu, thank you for joining us this morning. I do appreciate that, man. Very good to have you on. I like your opinion on things.
Thank you, man.
No problem. Join anytime. And of course, everyone here, Deviator is not dead. So thank you for thank God for Deviator being alive. Yeah. Thanks to Sweeney for wrecking everyone in Mario Kart like always. I do appreciate that. Squid, good.
Sweeney, me and you sometime.
And shout outs to Squid to Squid Vicious for actually being brave. And you know what? Even though I suck at this game, I'm gonna come anyway. So
I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
yeah, no problem. And thanks to everyone else who joined. I do appreciate everyone in the chat and everyone who joined in. Nintendo Examiner. Robot. We got a robot talking right now. No, I gotta see my daughter to sleep, and then and my whole room smells like peanut butter and hot sauce. So I need to fix that. Yeah, it smells like peanut butter and hot sauce mixed together, and I really don't like the smell. It's making me nauseous. So yeah, I'm gonna fix that as well. So thank you guys so much, and we'll definitely see you guys for the next live stream. We're probably gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break tomorrow, and then we'll be back probably Thursday or Friday with another. We'll probably have Splatoon or something like that. So thank you so much for watching, guys.
I'm looking forward to that. All right, take care, guys.
We'll see you guys for the next one.
See you, OJ.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Take care, guys.
Oh, Aqua, you still.